I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning. I am Manning's Man, and this is your favorite Sport Friday show from morning to mid-afternoon. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is doing fine. It is the day that the Lord has made, so let us rejoice and be glad in it. It's a wonderful, wonderful day as the festive season is up and going, and oh man, so much is happening all over. Just you're seeing just the videos of people's purse being stolen, and all of that is such a sad time. So please be very careful out there as you go about your your daily business. Please be careful, and as best as you can, refrain from doing cash purchase stuff. I think that is critical as you seek to be safe out there on the streets. If you're driving, please pay attention to the road. You don't want to be in a rush, and then you don't get to enjoy the festive season with your family because you end up losing your life in a car crash, right? Just yesterday, I was on the road. I try my best to stay off the streets at this time, but for good reason, I had to be on the road. And I mean, in a short distance in terms of travel, there are a couple of accidents. And as you saw those, and you saw other motorists just taking risk in terms of how they operated on the road. So please, my people, be very, very careful. Again, good to be with you. If you don't know, now you know that I am Manning's Man. And like I said earlier, this is I Am Sure Sports. All right. Also, if you have not yet subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, you hit that subscribe button, you like, and you share. All right. After you have done that, there is during this season every year, this is before the YouTube platform that I have. This is something that I do personally. Um, my kids and I are in separate places at this moment, but it's something that I do, and I would normally take them with me to feed um, the street people, right? So how do we do that? If you know the day Boxing Day, originally Boxing Day, one of the concepts or the things in the origin of Boxing Day was that it was that time when people would put food in boxes and then give it to people who were less fortunate. And so what I've been doing for several years now, wherever I'm at, is I'd put, you know, like now what I buy Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, not the most expensive meal, but each person that homeless person on that day that I meet, I give them a box. And so we have been doing 20 because we also do some stuff in giving kids toys during this time. Um, 20 a couple of years we did 40. For this year we want to do 50. And we have a couple of persons who have also contributed towards that, and so all the proceeds from the channel in December will go towards that, right? So you can support that by giving a super sticker or a super chat. And there are other persons who, because of the amount, they prefer to send it like directly to our our Zelle information, and so we can do that. Remember, you don't have to. It's of your own free will. It's something that you can partner. Maybe you already do stuff, and that is so good. But if you want to be a part of that, then you can just make a contribution. It doesn't matter if you give a super chat or a super sticker for $5 or $10 or $20 or $200. It goes there. Now, understand that if you give $5 or $10, there's a portion of that that goes to YouTube, right? That's how they do their thing. And then the rest comes to the channel. And then that process, it goes through the bank, and then there are other fees that are taken. So it's not a lot when it gets into your hand, but we are very, very grateful. All right. Big up to Drew, aka Drew Fortis, Triple E. Good to see you as well. And for the other persons who are watching, good to have you on the platform. I think today is going to be such a good conversation that we're going to have. But before I get into it, I I mean, because I have a lead a church, a great group of people, and we do a lot in terms of community and just impacting lives. I don't feel the need, except by my lifestyle and my attitude and behavior, as best as I can, to project Christ as Savior. All right. But I don't use the sports platform to preach sermons and all of that, because there is a platform where we do that. But today I feel compelled to just share with you just a thought. Um, and it's going to be brief, and then we get into the sports conversation. So if we were to to break knowledge down into three bits, right? We could say that there is what you call mathematical knowledge, which is based on, just equations, um, and that kind of a thing. Is mathematical. That's a form of knowledge where 2 plus 2 equals 4, or 5 plus 5 equals 10, right? That's a mathematical knowledge. You also have what they call scientific knowledge, and scientific knowledge is based on hypotheses, like, when you do this test, if you do this, then this test will prove that this thing is this thing, right? Hypotheses. Many of you in school, you'd have learned that word and studied that word and understand that word. All right. So there is mathematical knowledge, 2 plus 2, 5 plus 5. There is a scientific knowledge, hypotheses, test, observation, that type of knowledge where things are that knowledge comes as you do test, right? And then there is, so example, if I could give you an example of scientific knowledge, I'll do that, but let me just give you this, right? So then you have what I call personal knowledge, right? So there are three things: mathematical, scientific, and personal knowledge. So a lot of people try to use mathematical knowledge to understand the creator God, or they try to use scientific knowledge to try and know God, and who is this creator, and is he real? If you have not seen him, you have not touched him, how do you know that he exists? So they try to prove the existence of God by mathematical knowledge, and some try to prove the existence of God by scientific knowledge. All right, but proving the existence of God is by personal knowledge, which is experiential knowledge. You have to experience God for you to understand that he exists, though the whole creation speaks to that. So let's look at scientific knowledge. All right. Most of us would understand when a person say they're going to kiss somebody, what that means. It is two lips coming together, basically, and they kiss, right? So when people kiss, scientifically, what happens is the two lips come together and there's an exchange of what we call microbes and carbon dioxide. That's what kissing is. So now people don't kiss based on science. They kiss based on understand kissing by experience, by personal knowledge. So if a man goes up to a lady and say, hey, I want us to come together so we can exchange microbes and carbon dioxide, like most females, especially like in Jamaica, would say, what are you talking about? They would have no clue. But if you say, let us kiss, that is something they know that they have to experience. You cannot scientifically like prove it. You have to experience it. So in the same way, science can't prove the existence of God, right? um it is experience. You don't use science to prove the existence of God. You don't use math to prove the existence of God, right? To know God, it comes through personal knowledge. You don't know God through science, or science don't science while there's revelation of God in science and revelation of God in terms of his wisdom and mathematical stuff. You know God through personal knowledge. And that is why when people speak in churches, they will say to you, you need a personal relationship with God. It goes beyond science and beyond the maths. So the science can be wrong, the math can be wrong, but one thing is sure, that God is never wrong, the creator God. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you, you know. You have to personally experience it. I don't need to prove him, for the whole creation speaks to him, right? Creation is not scientific knowledge, Demo. Because God said, let there be light. No, a scientist may say this is what science says that means, but no. It speaks to the Rock Elohim. You know, it speaks to the power of this great God. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, all right. So we're gonna get into some football discussion right now. All right. So let's dive into that. So another thing. So first I have to say, I have not come on since the triumph of the Manning's High School, the Manning School. Sorry, the Manning School. The Manning School, for the second year in a row, has won the Rural Under 16 Schoolboy Football Championship. All right. So in 4 years, Mannings have won, including going to the Costa Cup finals and semifinals and quarterfinals. They have won 2 rural area under 14 and 2 rural area under 16. All right. They have also won an All Island under 16, and they have gone to their All Island under 16. And this is to all Manning students. This is the best opportunity Mannings will have to win the Costa Cup. But here's what: talent isn't enough, resources are needed at the school. Now, what do I mean by resources? Because I'm using this to plead publicly to the managed student. I'm not talking about sometimes giving your raw cash, because everybody, oh, you need this, and people think like buying food for players is sufficient. Things need system and structure. While this is my school and I appreciate a lot of it, there's a lot more structure. In fact, the team has to have an analyst, a physical trainer, a team manager, a goalkeeper coach, a technical director, a head coach, and an assistant coach. And all of these people must be some level of compensation. A physiotherapist, massage therapist, and a sports psychologist. So that's like 10 staff. If you want to really do well, moving from under 16 where talent did it to where now you need an organized system. This is what needs to be in place. So you need to buy like video cameras, massage bed for your players, have a house where the players are comfortable to stay, because you already know that these kids are doing well. This is the kind of planning that is needed. And there are many managing students out there, I mean, who are up in the high echelons of society and community in Jamaica and across the world. Many of you, right? And you can buy some of these things. You can buy massage beds at Walmart or Target stuff and give to the school. It will help the whole thing. You can buy a video camera and have them set up the video system. So a lot of these things, right? When it comes on to the tapes or the wrappings and stuff, you can buy thousands, so they have more than enough. This is the kind of structured organization that Mannings will need. But the school was down. This school was down 2-0 to Clarendon College. I think Justin Hales had scored and the first goal, very good goal by him. And this team came back and defeated Clarendon College in the finals, 3-2. So kudos to them. The head coach is Kevin Bellyweb Williams, the father of Javin and Kajay Williams. We played football together, a good friend of mine. We were in school together and stuff. He also played volleyball for Jamaica as well. He was at UTech, Hotel and Tourism Management, HTM. He was there for many years, kept for UTech, played volleyball for UTech, played for UTech and UE, because at that time the hotel and tourism and management courses were joint. It was a joint course, I believe. I wasn't in that faculty, so I don't know, but I believe that there were some joint courses between UTech and UE at that time. And those times, I'm telling you, that the games between GC Foster College and UE or UTech were big games in intercol football. And so he's now the coach of the team, but I also believe that he needs additional help. And it is good that more people are coming out to support that. So the school needs that, right? And I know there are some good people out there. I don't want to call their names, but they have done a whole lot. I myself have committed to being more involved. Come next year, I'm going to dedicate some time, because I believe that this is an open window for the school to have schoolboy success, having gone to semifinals and finals before at the D'Costa Cup level. But we must get one of the senior trophies in the next schoolboy season. All right. Now, this is, of course, a lot of this is based on ISSA. And I will say this because I feel like without being intentional, there's a lot of things that happen within ISSA that affects certain schools, especially schools that abide by the rules of ISSA as they are written, without diving into or trying to find loopholes. So there are many schools that they take the black and white without looking at the loopholes, and Mannings is one of those schools. And that is why I always commend schools like Jamaica College and even the Kingston College, because what they do is whatever rules ISSA put in place, they have persons with good legal minds that go through these rules, and they basically find the loopholes in the rules, and then they adjust and they continue to win stuff, because they are able to see the loopholes in the rules of ISSA. All right. So hopefully other monies can do that. Our ISSA will tighten more, or will cover more of these loopholes that allow certain schools to benefit a whole lot more than others. All right. So that's something that I have to I think monies will have to do. Um, but ISSA is under heavy scrutiny. I just recently got some information about the games, and some of these games, I don't know, somebody who has some uh level of knowledge as to what happens at probably in other areas can let me know. So I'm going to bring up something that I've noticed with ISSA, and this is not the first time. Now, school kids pay to go to champs. um and I I understand that. So this is a very difficult one, because I understand why ISO there is a charge for like champs, and especially on the final couple of days and thing. I can understand the reason why they charge to cover their cost. All right. Now, ISO also charges for the football games, especially when it gets to the finals and the semifinals. I'm trying to find some of what I've read. So it says, um, all right. This says, I'm asking this because I was in Jamaica for a funeral the other day, and I got to watch some schoolboy football after 7 years. Walker Cup semi and finals, Champions Cup finals, Manning Cup semi and finals. I have a big concern in regards to the price they charge the schoolers to come into these games. They charge the schoolers $500 for the Walker Cup semi, 1,000 for the Manning Cup semi, and $1,500 for the Manning Cup final. These games were played during the week. I understand inflation and cost of living is high, but I also think it is a robbery to ask schoolers to pay this amount to watch their school play. I think sponsors should cover the cost for the venues, and the organizers shouldn't try to rob the schoolers by making them pay so much. The real essence of these school competition is for the student to come and support their schools and enjoy the games. If the price to enter is so high, they won't be able to afford it. All right? Plus, they have to get lunch money from their parents to attend school. Some parents are struggling, and then to ask for an additional $1,500 to attend a game as a child, you are going to become hungry at the game and want to eat something and all of that kind of stuff. All right? All right. No, I am in agreement with this. So ISA charges basically the same amount of money to watch a Jamaica Reggae Boys play. In fact, ISA charges more for their games than the Reggae Girls charge for their games. And these are students. And these are for the schools that are participating. Because rarely do you find Cornwall College students coming to watch KC and JC play. So why should a child from Jamaica College going to watch the finals? Why pay $1,500 if they are in the final? What is the rationale behind that? It cannot be. And I think ISA need to revisit this. They're under serious scrutiny. That's too much money. Jamaica played the USA. What was the price to get into the bleachers? 1,500 Jamaican dollars. Jamaica versus USA. These are world stars playing. World star, the Leon Bailey, the Easton Pinnock, Premier League players. And we're paying $1,500 to watch them. And ISA is charging kids $1,500 to watch a finals of their own school playing. Listen, I am fine with adults paying that amount. I don't think kids should pay any more than $500 to watch any schoolboy football competition. And obviously, if your school is playing, say a Saturday game, and it is being played and your school compound, when you come to that gate with your school ID, I don't care how much your school pay to run the game at the school. Once you have your ID on a Saturday, because you're not in your uniform now, because if you're on the school compound and the game is playing, you watch it for free. So when your school is playing on a Wednesday and you're at the school, you don't pay. What they will do is that they will go to the class and probably ask kids to contribute to the game, and those who want do, but you can't tell the kids to leave the school compound if they don't pay to watch the game on the school compound. So like the Manning School has their field right in the center of the school. So all kids watch those games on the school compound for free. Now, if you are a past student, you pay to come in. Now, on a Saturday, if you come to that gate with your school ID, you should not pay. You should not pay. Because the only difference is that it's not a school day, but you're still a student of the said school. No, that is not an ISSA issue. And even if it's a TV game and ISSA personnel are there, the principal of the school must say to ISSA, none of the kids from our school paying to come to watch this. But you must come with your ID, because we don't want any hanky-panky to be going on. Now, when it comes to games being played at other venues, because not all schools have have like a field. So say, for example, let's use Godfrey Stewart. Say Peters, well, all of these schools have the field. Say a school don't have a field. So the school has to use maybe Charlie Smith has to use Arnett Gardens and have to pay a small fee. Now, the kids with their IDs, because they want to cover the fee, should not pay more than $200 maximum. No matter if it is the final, the semi-final, quad, if Charlie Smith is playing and they're using the Tony Spalding Sports Complex, the student from Charlie Smith and the school that they're playing against should not pay more than $200. Should not. So when it comes to these final, you cannot be charging kids $1,500 to go and watch their school play. And don't tell me that because you have to cover the cost of the venue. Because what you're doing is also disenfranchising the kids. The kids should not have to pay. Some of these kids are on past programs at the school. Past program. You know what that means, people? It means that some of these kids can't even afford they can't even afford to be at school. They're on past program. Yeah. Should not pay. The most they should pay is $200. So I see Mark Gaza saying Glenmore kids have to pay $300 to watch a game at their school. No, man, that is wrong, man. And school day, that is madness. That is madness. Police need to investigate this. Police need to investigate this. And the government, the Ministry of Education need to step in. How can your school be playing a game on a school day and you're being charged to watch the game? And I'm disappointed in parents who allow these things to happen. Let me give you a good example. Imagine your school is having sports day, right? You're having sports day at your school. And you who are a student of the school have to pay to be at the sports day. How does that make sense? Why are you paying to be at the sports day when you're a student at the school? You should not. You cannot call this thing extracurricular activity and then charging the kids on school day to be engaged in the extracurricular activity. Like I'm saying, I can speak at Mannings. At Mannings, you don't pay because the field, cricket game is depending on which block you're on. You can watch the cricket, you can watch because the field is in the center of the school. You come out of your classroom and you're on the corridor, you're watching the game. You don't pay. The most they will do is that they will probably come around and ask people to contribute to buying refreshment, and people will give, which I'm fine with. But how do we get to a place where $1,500? Oh man, come on, man, that is ridiculous. And people, I want you to remember to hit the like button, subscribe and share. I want you to call in and tell me, because maybe this is a stretch and I'm going too far. So I need to hear from you. All right. I see CC saying that I have never paid to go and watch a Clarendon College match as a CC student for a home game. All right, there you go. So there you go, CC. Then he says, that's madness. When CC are playing, me always there at the game. Like things get worse now. Yeah. Drew, this has been happening when? No, Drew, man, this has not. No, man, I don't know about that. So you're telling me that you had to pay to watch games at KC? This is strange to me. No, this is strange. And so ISSA, I think the Ministry of Education, I think our police need to investigate. And the Parents Teachers Association of Jamaica need to step in. Your child should not be paying they're at school and they're paying to look at an extracurricular activity on the school compound. That's wrong. And all of these schools have groundsmen that whether or not football is played, the groundsmen are engaged by the school for cleaning up the school compound for the most part. No, a Saturday game, like I'm saying, with the Saturday games, here's the thing with the Saturday games. The Saturday games, you bring your ID and you get in free. This one says, for years, adults develop a career and earn millions on the back of student athletes in the NCAA. Now students are earning nil monies. Do student athletes benefit from this? No, there's no benefit to the athletes. None of these monies that ISSA collect at the gate, they give back to the athletes. In fact, the players who win stuff don't get any financial benefit. The MVP don't get any finances. They don't even get a scholarship from ISSA. ISSA don't even get scholarship from all the profits they make. What they will tell you is that the money they make, it helps to deal with the other sporting activities. What other sporting activities? When the schools are paying all the monies to participate in the different sporting disciplines by getting all the equipment necessary, which is the most expensive part. The team care is the most expensive part of this venture. But people, give me your comments. I'm going to have to take this call. Give me a sec. Yeah. So I think this is a matter that needs to be addressed. No child should pay to watch a game on their school campus. None. None. Whether it's Wednesday, Friday, or a Saturday. When it comes to finals and semifinals, finals or semifinals played at the stadium or wherever at Catherine Hall, if you have your ID, at no point the cost for a student should surpass $500. I do not care what recession. I don't care about inflation. All of these things are sponsored, meaning a lot of the costs for hosting and keeping them are already covered by the sponsors. This is about making money for who? For the organizers, because the participants, the players themselves, do not financially benefit from all of this. And the Parents Teachers Association in Jamaica need to start, just like what Andre just said about in the NCAA. This whole nil thing needs to happen in Jamaica. There are too many, and Gunner's boss always talking these things, There are too many people making monies off the back of children, enriching themselves. It's modern day slavery, and it needs to stop. You're charging them. Here's the sad thing. If you play in the Manning Cup and you get knocked out in the semifinals, you have to pay to go and watch the finals. Even with the ISSA ID that you're a participant in the competition. If you have your ID and your team is in the final and you are suspended and you have your ID, say that you play for Garvey Marseille and you were suspended for the finals. If you don't travel on the team bus to get inside the stadium, you're still being charged $1,500 and you're a part of the team just suspended. It has to stop. Be a Blessing said students should never pay to watch school sports games on Saturdays. They should only have IDs. All right, so here's a call, people. Hold on a sec. Yeah. All right. Somebody saying that in my experience, American public school, sorry for that, people, charge a minimal fee of about $5 per game. Students generally pay $2. Rich private school generally don't charge. Does states charge? I don't know. I don't know. I said this last year when ISSA came with the rule changes last year. I stated that they were operating like that NCAA. All right. And then Andre says again, it seems this is a great opportunity to find ways to keep the cost down by involving students in fundraising activities, as an example. Lots of personal development skills being learned here. I don't know. I feel like it's a grave injustice that needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with. Right? And this is why there's no accountability. When we hear that the schoolboy football is sponsored, what does that sponsorship cover? Because remember, I'm going by my school. Outside of the gears that you get from ISSA, everything else is paid for by the school. All right. So the school needs to find ways of generating income. Because it's a sponsorship. Remember, there is no prize money at the end of Manning Cup or the Costa Cup. So I want to know, what do the sponsorship mean? What does it give to the schools who participate? Because ISSA don't buy boots or shin pads. ISSA is not responsible for a child being hurt. All of this is the school. ISSA don't help them with transportation. All of this is the school. ISSA don't provide food for the schools participating. All of this is the school. The schools, the programs are generally funded by past students. And that is why I've said that I'm okay if the school have fundraisers, but kids cannot pay to watch game on the school compound on a school day, boss. I see this is a great opportunity to find ways to keep the cost down, right? I think I read that. Mr. Speed says nothing is free. Someone always pay. Well, someone needs to pay, but not the student, Mr. Speed. And I notice you got a tie down in Montego Bay. Let me just segue into that. You got a tie down in Montego Bay. So from the 4 games, you won 2, tied 1, lost 1. That's very good. That's very good. Out of a possible 12 points, look at that. You got 7. That's very good. Your comment me have a laugh. Or maybe you got the time. Boss. All right. I want some people to tell me, when games were played on your school compound, did you have to pay to go in? And this is good, Dave. This is what we need to find out. If ISSA actually made their audited financial statements available to the public. Available to the public. That's what I need to ask Mr. Speed, if he's siding with ISSA. I want to know if he's siding with ISSA. Cannot separate the gate, Mr. Speed. You cannot separate the gate. The kids should not be paying, boss. All right, we have an ardent schoolboy football fan calling in. Shipping port. What a go on?
Yeah, Mannings, big up yourself, Mannings, and your listeners all over.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Mannings, you know what? This thing has been going on for a while, but is this year it really caught my attention, when I went to Glenmuir and I said it was a school day. When I saw the students, you go through the first gate at the front, then the gate to the field. When I got there, I saw a bunch of kids outside and the gate was locked. So when I said to the person at the gate, why you locking out the kids? And them said, them have to pay. I said, how much? Them said $300. $500 for outsiders, Then $300 for the child who goes to that school to go watch a game on the school compound. So I said, my cousin was coming with me because I bought a ticket and left at the gate for him. So I said to the person at the gate, right here, can I take in one of the students with me? It was a standoff. I did take in a student with me, but it was a standoff. But I think I paid for one, then they let in one of the students, but they never want to let in the child. And every time I go to Glenmore on a school day, I see the kids bunch up there, $300. I don't think that fair, Virgin. I don't think. I want to ask the person to, what the money, why you not collect and them say the school run off our budget? I'm not question it no further.
No, but what I'm saying though, the school's budget exists without football being played. The school has a budget. In other words, the school should not be collecting money from the kids to buy desks and chairs.
And I don't support that none at all, Mannings. And if you're Mannings, Man, just a second. If you're playing a game at your school, wouldn't you want your student to help to cheer for your school? Because remember now, you have home advantage, but you need the supporters. You need that support.
I don't understand. Listen, even the cost, I am saying to you, like, I don't agree with that. But let's go further. How can I be paid $1,500 to watch Jamaica play USA in the quarterfinals of the Nations League with people like Leon Bailey and the Ethan Pinnock and all of these big time players, right? You talk about the USA team, and then I'm going to pay $1,500 to watch my school play?
But even the stadium is still because KCU is stadium is. And I don't know the arrangement. If those kids pay 200, 300. I don't know the arrangement. But sometimes I go there, you see some of the kids will get ticket, but you see some of them still paying. And boy, I don't know, Brethren, what's the whole concept behind it. But this is something I'm going for the longest while. And that's something I start now. But as I say, we want to eradicate it out of school, for your school compound, we need to stop them something, Brethren. You need to stop.
Mr. Speed, I understand Mr. Speed. Because Mr. Speed says successful.
Everybody have to pay nothing free.
No, and then he must say successful football programs are expensive. All right. What I'm saying, expensive for what? The ISSA says that this is extracurricular activity. It's recreational. All right. So if it is recreational, then you should not be charging the students of that school for a game that is being played on that said campus money to watch the game. Because you're saying my son should play for watching recreational activity at the school. That is not right. That is not right. I do not agree. So what should be done about it? I don't know.
Well, even other thing, as I mentioned before about the PATH program, if you look, what percentage of the students at school are on that PATH program? How many of them, even if they're not on the PATH program, a lot of them are from some homes that they cannot, a lot of them have to beg for go school for support from family, from friends, from community members. I know Pitney one of them on PATH program, and they find it so hard to go to school. I think the school can do better. I think the school can do better.
Yeah, man. And what I'm saying, like, all right. One, this is a good question. Who gets the money? Who gets the money? The school?
I think it goes to the school. It goes to the school.
All right. So when there's a TV game, who controls the gate? So if a TV game is played at the Manning School, ISSA controls the gate, or the school controls the gate?
No, the school. There's the school. Because I've gone to TV games and it's the school people run the gate. All
right. So, because remember now, what I want to know is that when we hear that Sportsmax sponsor the league, what does that entails? What does that entail? Because remember, the schools deal with their transportation, they deal with their meals, everything, they deal with boots. ISSA don't give those things. The only thing that comes is the jersey, a set of gears. And schools still go ahead and get other gears for their teams. So where does its sponsorship go? Mr. Speed,
man, is maybe just you need to get Mr. Speed on that one. But you see the whole thing about it though.
Let me send him he must stress me out in the comment section. Let me send him the link.
Remember some school have three different gears, Association sponsor a lot of those things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know a school with three gears and they're well supported by the Old Boys Association.
Let me hear from some other people, but like the perspective, boss.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Every time shipping port.
Good program, cool. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, everybody.
Yeah. Paul Edwards, how you get to be? How you get to that? How am I calling for scrapping of the programs? How you get? Paul, you need to call in and explain to me what you mean by that, because I don't know how did we get there. Talk to me. Talk to me. Paul Edwards. Me saying, right? Me saying a child should not pay to watch a game on their school compound is pushing for schoolboy football to stop. Explain that to the people. Explain that to the people. Explain that to the people, Paul Edwards. School boys and school girls should not pay to watch a netball game, a cricket game, a football game on their school compound. How is that pushing? How is that pushing and crying out for sports to stop in school? Seeing that Speed beginning up, you and Speed explain that to the people. Me send him the link. Make him come explain what you mean. Seeing that you so bright, Paul Edwards, let me challenge you. Big up, track diamond, you know. Life without learning is dead, man. What you mean? Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. One Mannings. Big up yourself. Explain to me how you get to that. So let me hear how you got. You have been involved in sport for too long to not know that schools get no funding from the government. What are you? So how government come into this? How government come into this argument? What the government funding school sports has to do with kids not paying any money on their school compound? That is what more you tell me, Paul Edwards. And show your face. Call in and show your face and talk to the people then. What the government, how government funding come into this? If I am saying to you, you cannot have a game on a school compound. You cannot have a chess game, a cricket game, a volleyball game, right? A netball game, a table tennis game, a cricket game, and ask the kids in their uniform, on their school compound to pay to watch the game. We're talking about government and funding sports. And I'm pushing for sports to stop. Talk to me. Come in and understand. Cranky. Bless up yourself, Cranky. Cranky, are you good for my conversation here? Because Paul, me feel say Paul is a troll me today. He's not serious. Me feel say a troll me today. Me feel say that Paul is there. Me no feel say I'm serious. Man, hey, Paul, you look like you're involved in sport. Because you probably watch Casey and JC talk about football generate. You watch some game down there. I'm gonna give you some games and no heap of people now watch ball about fun, what kind of program. And on a football a fun program, a past students a fun program. Madness here talk. Madness. Schools where past students pump money into it are the schools that do well. Not no collecting money from your students them at gate and on your school compound when match a play. That don't fund anything. Find some other way, keep fish frying them thing and raise other funds. You're charging kids to come in a game and tell them that what? They have to leave school compound if them now give contribution. Madness here talk, Paul Edwards. Show your face so the people them can know. See a madness here. Show your face, Mr. Paul Edwards. And seeing that Mr. Speed agree with you, send him the link, but him have to run. Because him know if him come on this, him will get beaten. You get the link long time, Mr. Speed. Long time. I want you to come on the channel, right? From the other day, I need to give you a good look of beating, you know. Because I realize say you talk. You talk be nonsense from the other day. Now. From your win the Caribbean, from your win the Caribbean Cup. From your win the Caribbean Cup. It look like it I don't know, it look like the money gone up in your brain. Because you're talking a lot of madness. It look like you get too much money. You have too much money over there. You need to send some down here for Christmas. You have too much money. You're not talking, you alone talk. Tell the people, them white kids, and a school compound, up a teach field. Must pay money when teach play a match. Me not want to send nothing more. Me just listen to you now.
Well, no money, no match can't play a teach field. They will not have field for playing a match. So anytime teach field play, we have to rent somewhere. It start get clearer to you now. So things are not black and white in anybody's situation. So I hear you talk about schools with successful program we have money. Yes, you have some old boy are rich, but but the majority of school for the old boy poor, down to the parish poor with them, you know. Because me and you know say there are certain parish because of the economics and then GDP would then generate. There's no way people who live in those parish have the money where some other people live in a certain other parish. So you have some schools that are rich and can fund every single thing. The pitting can come for free. Everybody get free lunch. You have a lot of schools, majority of schools struggle just to find water to get the team and rehydration and food and gears and ball for training with for run their sports program. So those people, and I know that the government doesn't give money for sports in a school, right? So where do you think the schools get money from, especially some small schools? Are the profit where the talk shop make them use to spend on all sports? So football and those, them have to segregate it because they can't afford to look at them, separate them like them just pro football or pro tracks or pro cricket or pro whatever it is. So they make a money from extra like talk shop, the profits that they make there. Now, me and you know, you probably don't know the money where the school charge extra from, you know, them charge like extra money every year to the students them. Majority of students them don't pay it because it is voluntary. So most parents not pay the money. So the school don't get them money there. Pay a bad debt. You know which money me attack? You know, me not attack, there's a school fee and then there's the money they charge.
The auxiliary fees.
Yeah. Most people don't pay that. So I don't like the school have no money. So there's no money for run the programs.
All right. So if the parents them cannot afford to pay the auxiliary fee,
they're not paying.
So they're not paying the auxiliary fee. No. Where are they going to get money to pay to watch the game on the school compound? So when the game is being played on the school, first, you know, let me talk about the games on the school compound. Make we dissect the things. The game on the school compound.
Which game you talk about? Is a game or a school game? Make we get that clear first.
Then if Mannings are play against Godfrey Stewart, what kind of game that?
No, because I don't know.
It's a game. Then it's a competition at that Costa Cup. Mannings
no, every game. No, you have some games the Mannings man where ISSA take over, and you have some games of the school. So in the preliminary run, that is why I tell us that things are black and white now. You have to segregate them. Which game you talk about?
I'm going to give you 2 games. Mannings play Godfrey Stewart.
No, I know some game going up in a football.
Finish. Yes,
but you talk foolishness. Look here, either the preliminary games where ISSA. But you talk foolishness. Me have correct you before you start.
No, you can't correct me.
Yes, because there's a set of games for the school and there's a set of games for ISSA.
I am absolutely right. Mannings plays Godfrey Stewart. This has nothing to do with a TV game or anything. First game of the season, and Mannings and Godfrey Stewart are play at the Mannings School. The Mannings on a Wednesday. Mannings out at the gate. The PE, the head of the PE department at the gate, and them have the security from the school at the gate. For charge the people who are coming in. The kids who are on the school compound, why aren't they supposed to watch the game free?
No, but you see, you are trying.
No, that's the first question.
No.
May I get to the ISSA game?
Make we get it better than that.
No, may I give you my example?
When it comes to schoolboy football, is either the school game or ISSA game. That is where we need to segregate them first.
Oh, we just did that. I just gave you a school game.
But why I use the term? because terms are used loosely and people get confused.
But you want to use terms?
Yes,
Here is
but I make sure it's the same term you use.
Let me paint my scenario.
No, well, I know you painted it already. Let me answer.
So put either ISSA on it or the school game on it if you want and tell me.
Yes, so school games that is played during the week where the kids are already at school, yes, them fi come in for free. Because I see things in a black and white, you know. Then if you stop them already at school, in the curriculum, then if you stop them. If it's a Saturday game and it's a school game, they must pay because they're not left their yard if they know so they're not going to pay.
No,
this is not an event. Me say them to pay. Me I tell you so them pay. You know why me I tell you so them to pay? You sit down right there so and just say they're not for pay, but you don't understand what the school got through for those fund that man cup or Dakasta cup in the poor schools them. Then don't have it enough training, then have water and rehydration. Them now have socks, some of them now have the proper boots. You talk about majority of the teams, you talk about 16. Man, you talk about 16 teams who have everything. That's how schoolboy football is. You have 16 teams who have everything.
I'm going to make you finish, because you conflate things.
Yes, you have 16 teams who have everything. I mean, you know 16 teams. The rest of school, them struggle like hell just to feel that.
So watch this now. We never said that people in general are not supposed to. Tiga, hold on. Tiga, me soon. Hold on. Tiga, me soon call you back. Sorry. Me need to beat Mr. Speed. Because me I tell you, say...
You can't beat me. You're black and white.
Hold on, man. So let me say this. When people are coming to the games, adults are so, they pay. Here's what happened. On a Saturday, when that kid come with their school ID and their school playing on that day. So if a game is being played because Manning's school field is on the school compound. If the game is being played on the school compound and I have my school ID, I am not supposed to pay, whether ISSA running it or the school running it. Who's supposed to pay are other people.
Me not generalize. Me agree with you, say on a school day, they mean at the school, they not for pay. Me agree there. But this, me not generalizing. So me I get to the fine points of life and argument. On a Saturday, do not leave a yard if you don't have your money. I still agree that they must get a discount, but they must pay. If them leave them yard on a Saturday, they come watch match because even though the venue might be free, you talk about police, you talk about ambulance, you talk about rehydration, you talk about nurse, you talk about things that have to be
None
there,
of those things,
and nothing is free.
All of those things are there on the school day. All of those things are there on the school day.
Yes, but I'm saying you have them in the school already. Them coming in their uniform, them on site, them not for pay on a school day. I agree with you. But if it reach on a Saturday or a holiday or a weekend, don't leave a yard if you don't have the money. That's basic principle.
So don't leave a yard if you don't have any money.
No.
All right. So you're saying that come with your ID, pay a minimal fee.
Yes, on a Saturday.
Right. So here's what I will say to you. If I come and I don't have no fee, I have my ID, let me in. It's a contract.
No, me not support them mentality there. No. Me not support them freeness mentality there. Too much people support that mentality there. Oh, yeah, Jamaican people are in the freedom of jump fence, you know. You ever see that happen? Right. We have to learn to go by rules in a society.
So let's move to the game. So ISSA have a big old TV game. Westmoreland Derby, Mannings versus Froome on the school compound. Right? On the school compound. On a Wednesday, ISSA control the gate. Why should the kids still pay? Because ISSA run it.
No, me say from in their school and for going for free. You not listen to me.
So once you're at school, they're going for free.
Yes. So but when they come from Saturday, you have to pay.
In the case now that the caller use where Glenmuir Field, though it's on the school compound, you have to go through a gate to go there. You're saying that those kids should not pay.
No, they're not for pay.
All right. So fine. All right. So let's
During the week, they're not for pay none at all. But me understand why a school charge. Because if you pay a coach, a good coach, it's not cheap.
Man, you're going for different.
What you mean there's a cost for everything? You think any coach with the A license I got coach now Glenmuir for free?
No. So what I have
no, me just ask you.
What I'm saying to you is that when those things are engaged, it is unfair to say this is why because you're killing your own argument, you know.
No, me not kill my argument. My argument is always there's a cost and somebody have to pay.
When an A-licensed coach is being hired by a school, generally that is paid by past students or board. Therefore, you don't need to collect money from students.
You don't know that. You are assuming.
What can I assume?
No, you know what? You know what is happening. No, you know what
one A-licensed coach where they must collect money from students to pay them. It don't.
You know why well, I know, but you just talk about the few teams who have a big, good.
But no, that's gonna apply.
You know, man. You just talk about the few teams who have a big, rich, old boys or such. You know, contribute. Me, I talk about the majority of teams when they have no such contribution and would have liked to employ one B licensed coach. Why you think the competition is like this? Is a grassroots competition, is a recreation competition where ISSA always say. So that is why you have 16 good teams, you know, and it can't change because the other schools don't have the budget to improve them thing. So now a school who want a B license coach or A license coach and have the old boys to pay cannot employ him. Cannot employ him to improve their output so their school can improve. And what they are trying to do is to say every single way them can make a money to improve them programs. And that is why some of them charge. And you have to understand that.
No. Understanding is different from agreeing, my boss. Do you understand that? I understand what they are doing, but I cannot agree with it. Because
you only not agree with it because don't have monies. You pay the coach salary and you and your friend them pay. What about the other poor school them who nobody now pay them salary?
What is some of that talk about, boss man? No, you don't want a rich doctor on Teachfield.
No, but based on your indignation.
You a rich doctor on Teachfield.
Based on your indignation.
When you go Harvard, doctor, and you run Teachfield. And you don't have a field on the school compound.
Based on your indignation, we say, so you are saying all high school can afford big coach.
I did not say that.
And doctor.
I did not say that.
And goalkeeper coach and physical trainer. All high school can afford them something, right?
I did not say that.
Right.
So let's come. So Mr. Explain to me why for the final of the Manning Cup, students were being charged $1,500 to attend. Supply
and demand, because they're not willing to pay it. If me can't afford something, stay at your yard. You see, you have a different view of life about me, you know. It's supply and demand and you're willing to pay it.
You don't have any issue.
No, look here. Me and you know that it's a competitions. There's the football and the track will make all of the money. And everything else out of the money they funded. Come on. Me and you know all of that. So make it stop.
I have no proof for that. Because every time.
Me I work on an honor system and that them say, so me I just agree.
All I hear is that the competition, their sponsors have come on board and sponsored them for 5 full years, and the competition is fully sponsored. What that means is that for football, because ISSA don't pay a fee for the winning, they don't give the school money for transportation. So what is that sponsorship money when they say it is sponsored? So when they say to me, no, we have to collect money from football to fund not track and field, but to fund what? To fund cricket? To fund cricket?
Netball, volleyball.
No, but what additional stuff are they doing in those sports with the money? Because they're not providing transportation. They're not providing the things for the schools. Anyways.
Look, so I am not really backing ISSA now because I don't know if them transparent enough. So I'm not backing ISSA. I am backing the liquor schools them who charge at the gate. At them me are really back.
But all the schools are charging, big and little schools.
Well, me are back. You see you, are you? Me are back the school them because me know the overhead with them have. Because football is not cheap.
Even the schools, in fact, the schools that get the most money from their past students are the ones who are charging the most for the games.
No, me are back the liquor school them. And them me are back and me know the reason why them charge because I see it for myself.
Paul Edwards, where you don't talk. A man was just on the phone and told you that when Glenmore play, they have to pay to go in, boss. People dead in a talk, and you're saying, no, go some man. Come on, Paul Edwards, man.
Me
You
no
don't
know
know,
that,
man.
but me
Just
not,
say-
hey, as me
just
say,
say
me
no
now
know.
back the top 16 schools, you know. Me now back them because me know for them budget big and them get it every year and them saying, me about the next 100
Alright.
and little school when now have it. And
So
them
why?
years
All right. So what about the money Issa is making from the players? Shouldn't the players get some money?
back. Well, amateur player to get money.
Nil, just like in NCAA.
Amateur player can't get money. Them are not professionals. Me not back
Put
that.
something. So you're making
Although
money.
some of the top 16 school pay though, but
Why Issa then don't give them scholarship?
who? I don't know about boy Issa. Me not back Issa, you know. Me tell make a plane. Me a back a little school and me charge like $100 because they need it.
I listen. I don't.
Me know enough school when they don't train, they not even can get one like a meal when they go home, they like a play them. You know, say everybody's supposed to eat within a hour training and then train hard, the coach and run them hard and then can't get even one like a
So, Mr.
snap.
Speed, and you believe, like according to you, those schools, the kids are paying to come to the games on Saturday. Nobody not watching those schools anyways.
That's not true. You see, true, you just watch your like one school long so you tell people come and watch Port Anthony High, then come watch them pass Saturday because them have nothing else to do. Then watch Titchfield and watch Happy Grove. I have seen them. The people come out and watch. Where you get that from? So they not come.
And all right, let me read this some Gunners boss because you need to know what going. According to the recent information, a University of Alabama student ticket for a home football game typically costs around $20 for conference game and $50 for non-conference. You talk about university. We're not Gunners boss. We are talking about high school.
And CC is supposed to top about force see people if they stop play. You can tell people what to do in a life. Me not understand people, you know. You tell a man say if he stop his school if he stop play football because them poor. No, you better think before you talk, man. Or you mean the school should stop play. The kids them want to play. The whole community want them to play. Them poor, but them play with them have. I saw somebody that tell me about Cavalier years ago. Say me if stop play. Cavalier are the poorest team. Why me should have stop play? Come on, you can't control people. Like, stop talk foolishness. CC is posting about people must stop play because them poor. I've never heard no rubbish like this from a band.
CC, I'm gonna call it that you said let me call this man said that he ain't my neighbor, you know, so let me call him back because he was calling. I'm not listen, I think the players can get scholarships from ISSA, seeing that ISSA is making money off them. So when they're leaving, nothing. There's no, not even to the schools, ISSA don't give money.
You see the operation where ISSA have a running now, man. They them work for free. They have to pay them. They them work for free.
But who are the people working? Are those principals from the said schools working?
Principal can't run sports no more. Because ISSA have an office now, you know, big building. I'm going there, it's about 15 people in there.
So you're saying that the monies that they're collecting at the game.
I am not backing ISSA. I'm just telling that there's expense. I'm not backing ISSA. I don't know nothing about them.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about them. I'm not backing them. I just back the poor school them when need the money. Them program can't manage.
So what we agree on is that on a school day, even if on a rent Titchfield field, students should not pay.
Agree. On a school day, them done already in a school, and you have the enough to pay. Me agree 100%.
Even if Titchfield rent a field and the kids go to the field, they should not pay.
No. If it matter play on the school component of a pay, none at all. That means if you rent facilities, you have to figure out how you get back your cost without making it be a drain.
So wouldn't it be better, Mr. Speed, for Titchfield to say, listen, the rental for this venue is $50,000. Get a past student to sponsor that, and then say to the kids, listen, you can come over, right? Because here's what I know you saw up at Manning's when I was there. The day of the game, the players would come into the classes with some pants for you to make a contribution to the team. Nobody no pay to watch the game. Those who want to give. Who don't want to don't.
No,
and then all
I
outsiders pay come in.
I expect every school individually to make their best choices, especially when they have expenses. I'm saying if you dip on the compound, which is you're not for paying on at all. But I'm saying if you have to rent facilities and you have to get ambulance and you have to do certain things, yes, you have to make the best choices for yourself on that day. So some school, if them say them a charge a fee, I always said student must get a preferential fee. Who can pay it, watch a game, who can pay it, go a yard. That's basic thing. Don't come at the gate, come itch up. That's a bad thing for people to start practice.
So you said there must be a nominal fee.
Yes, or go to your yard. Don't come at the compound, come itch up at the gate. But I mean, them something we have to move past them things.
All right, I hear. So the kids should pay a nominal fee. I hear
Yes,
Mr. Speed.
all the time. If the match is not on the compound, if it's on the compound, then you have to pay $1. Then you have to pay a cent.
And then on a Saturday, yeah, right? Even though it's on the compound, the kids still need to pay.
It's not a school day. Yes, nominal fee again. Pay a lesser fee than everybody else, but you must pay with your ID. Don't come if you don't have money.
All right, I disagree with that. No, and you're saying
fee for development money is not for amateur football. FIFA money can't spend for school something. Forget that. That can't.
This man named Gunners boss I talk about North Carolina. You know say high school we are talk about. What's wrong with Gunners boss? Gunners boss. There are the high schools in the States, Gunners boss, and they alone they are foreign and know about foreign. When the team playing and them on there on a Monday and there's a game, boss, right in the center of the field, the kids them don't come out of the school compound and play in high school football and them thing there or a soccer match. So nobody act like are you alone know everything a foreign and nobody know. You can't fool nobody, boss. They come with a college example when we are talking about high school football. Two different things, my boss. Somebody say I should consider your nominal. So what is a nominal fee, Mr. Speed?
Hey, you know, man is man. You see, me used to have some game at Stadium East. I'm used to letting some people for free, you know. And one thing we learn, you know, you see, all of the people that come in for free, I then get the most trouble. And them want broke fight with police and the referee and everybody. Me have to stop, make them come in for free now. When we look up in the stands, all of the free people that used to let in, I get the most trouble.
No, but we support in the context of school kids, though, Mr. Speed. What I'm saying, we are talking about school kids.
No, anytime you make one is man. Look here. Me make myself clear already, you know. Look, yes, kids you must try your best to make kids be a part of sporting events. But there's real costs.
Mr. Speed, you know somebody, I'm gonna share this. You have to send only leave your yard. Then. You have some of these schools, you know, Mr. Speed, where the kids them walk to school, you know. So you have said to me, no, all the man will live. Because remember, so we are talking about some schools.
I used to walk to school, you know, so I mean, I know where you are.
No, what I mean by that is even on a Saturday, and because we have additional money, you know, it's because the school is walking distance from my yard and I attend the school, you know. My family poor still, you know. Me just live near the school, you know, boss. And me go walk by the game. And
so
because
poor is a reason for you to get something for free.
But you were just saying that poor schools should charge. And I'm saying that
yes. Them have to figure out a way. So suppose me, as you're right, suppose one school call me and say, Mr. Speed, send me 50,000, I'm letting everybody free. Yes, letting everybody free because I sponsor them. But suppose that not happen. You have to charge. I'm just saying it's not black and white. Each school is a free world, have to decide what is best for them. So we shouldn't be killing none of them when they decide what is best for them. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so let me ask you this one. So here's the next thing. People may have evidence of these things, you know. That's why I'm here asking. You know. So if I am suspended and my school, I'm talking about school, my school, right?
Who is suspended?
So like I got a yellow card I got a red card in the finals.
Yeah.
All right. In the semifinals. I am going to this finals. I have my ISSA ID because I'm a school kid. Why am I supposed to pay to go into the finals?
Yeah, but that's a non-example. You can't come to me with that. Cause even if you get a red card, you can go in the bus where you're going.
No, you didn't go in. No, that only if that's what I'm saying. They're saying only if you go in the bus.
Then come on. So what? Then the bus if you go in. Where is he going? And he's a member of the team.
What I'm saying though, if I'm a member of the team, Mr. Speed, if I'm a member of the team,
should be in the bus.
I have my ID.
You should be in the bus.
No, Mr. Speed, you can't say that, Mr. Speed.
Yes, me I said that. You should be in the bus.
I'm saying this to you because there's a player whose leg was broken. And the man them a charge the youth because his father carry him. Him couldn't go in the school bus.
The man them at the gate know him.
Because of the school people them and him knows him come to school and him show and thing with the ISSA people them know him. And the principal
they know him.
Because the principal and the ISSA people them and the principal, if father decides say he gonna pay but him not pay for his son. The principal had to pay for the youth.
The principal, which principal?
The principal of the school was at the gate with the ISSA people them. And my time say he's a student and he play on the team and his foot was broken. I think in the quarterfinal. And them insist him have to pay. And him have all him ID, boss.
Him have which ID? Him have an ID where say my footballer or say my school pitney?
You get a ISSA ID. What I'm
saying. What? For football?
Yes, when you're in Manning Cup and the Casa Cup, you get an ISSA ID when you're a part of a team, you know.
So me agree with you with this instance. Say ISSA would have been wrong there. But that's a one example where you come with no. I just one you win so far, you know. You know we know that case. Me agree with you 100% this.
Hey, CC, you need to call in and beat the money though. You be CC call it, cause I don't know Mr. Speed. Yeah. Hold on there. Because CC man say I'm mad this year talking, so you talk too much to the CC. Big up. Mr. Speed, the people I think Badger was on earlier, you know, and was asking about picking up his Badger. All you have to do is call Mr. Speed, man. That one thing, if him say I'm gonna do it, man, all you do have to call him. I agree, Mr. Speed. That's why when the national team is playing, people don't want to come out and pay. Pay or stay at your yard. That's
it. Stay at your yard if you don't have no money, man. Too much problem then cause, man. Come and get turn up and I mash up people and sitting. Oh, stand at your yard if you don't have no money, man. For anything, not just sports. Anything, any event. Brother, you don't have no money, where you don't just stay at your yard, man. Try to get it on social media. Come on, too much freeness, man. And nothing is free.
Mr. Speed, may I tell you, say this is a thing, it needs to be checked. But we come to some place. You were saying that on non-school day, a nominal fee.
Yes, with the ID. And if you don't have no ID, you pay a full fee.
No, I agree if you don't have your ID. With your ID, you pay $100.
I don't know if $100. Me just say it's
$100. $100, no more. If them kids have like 800, most of these schools you have talk about. So if 500 kids come out, boss, you get a good food that, man. $100 each, you don't need more than that. You don't need more than that.
Hey, me I tell you something now. Me come up, you know what me do on my Cavalier gate. Me make sure I put people there that don't know nobody in a football, like nobody at all. You know what I'm saying?
Cavaliers gate is a bad example, boss.
No, it's the best example because everybody start following me now. So what happened is you have people come there and say they know me, right? And then the people say, yeah, but unless you get your name on a list before, I can't let you in. If people take out the money and say, I have my money, but I not pay going on a football.
No,
so my people just say, go back to your yard. Because you know what? Them say they must support Cavalier now. What is support?
But adult, I totally understand. Adult, me not have no problem.
No, everybody want a BMW for drive, you know. But that's not demand. You don't have money for buy it. That's not demand. No, so you want come and match and you don't want to pay the money. So when me go pay the players them? When me tell the players them a month 10 times.
No, listen. When it comes on to, that is why I say, even to the media people them, I will say some of the media man them, some of the YouTuber them, we have produce content on them channel, if we make money for them channel, then we pay when them go at them on them game. That's my position.
Well, me not even say that because
my position is
yes, he's a Jamaican music. Number 4 is a Jamaican.
You know if you say no. Me will say this. You're a media practitioner. But when you go to the games, you're producing content for your platform to make money. If the people say pay $1,000 like everybody else, me not have no problem. But when you're going, you should have access to all of the media areas. That is my thing. So you are going to be treated. So you can't want to, even if you have your media pass, boss, and to do is to give you full access, but them can charge you. That
Me have a disclaimer here. People, I am on the program with management, but I disassociate myself from that statement. If you is a media person, you are welcome to come to Cavalier for free. I disassociate myself from that statement that management just said. Total.
You understand me? That's my position. All right. Anyways, we have CC. CC come to beat Mr. Speed. Beat him, CC. Let me stop that. Beat him. Big up Adrian.
No, all right. So my whole argument when I was saying earlier, for example, if a student goes to a school, say I was going to Clarendon College and a game I play on the school day and Clarendon College charge me. At the end, all right. So the future now, me remember I'm a student at Clarendon College, you know, at some point in time, you don't know what I can be in the future. So you used to charge me play for go every game. Play for go every game. So in the future now, Clarendon College I approach me say, oh, to give back to the school. I say I'm not even interested in giving back because when me give back, when I have charge the same student them there that only used to charge because when I was a student, he used to charge me. And then the same student will have a turn around to try contribute back to my school. Why I think sometimes some of these schools, the way they operate, build up a resentment. They don't swang guys school and left as soon as possible. If you notice the schools who have strong old boy association and strong past student association, some of these things they don't. I don't think there are certain things that they don't pressure their student with, or them have people who would then pass student to help assist with that some of the other schools they need to take a lesson out of that book here. So when you're looking at a population in a school and I say, imagine if, and I'm not talking about promoting freeness, because I see people giving an example, for example, saying that's why people want to go reggae boys match and up here. Going to the reggae boys match is a different thing, because it's not like say you go there's a school says the reggae boys institution. Going to the reggae boys match is a total different thing. Older people, kids, it's a total different thing than if I attend an institution. It's just like I'm working at a company and the company management is keeping a football event. I'm a work at a company and you're saying that I have to pay to come to the event. But when I pay to come to the event, next weekend we'll have a beach cleanup and you're asking me to volunteer my services to go to the beach cleanup. And when I don't volunteer for anything, I say then you are keep an event and ask me to you're a reconciler.
Mr. Speed, you are respond to CC.
Yeah, so for instance, right? I know for a fact that schooling is to prepare people for the outside world. We agree? Management. When you go to school, it is for you to prepare you for the outside world, right? I think a good preparation is to make kids understand from early.
Yeah.
Say when they leave school, they ain't getting nothing for free. And you must be able to differentiate when things are free and when things likely not to be free. So as I said before, I don't know any company, because you know, say me run companies for like 30 odd years, big companies, and I don't know any company that charge people to come to their own event. I've never done it. I don't know of that none at all. If you come to their own events, right? And if I'm going to clean up the beach, I'm doing it as a citizen, as somebody from Jamaica who want to help a situation. Two different things. My company and cleaning the beach to me is two different things. Kids must learn. So yes, you get certain blight, but on another day, you have to pay your way. That's how you prepare kids for the real world. And I'm straddling both. I'm saying, if you come to school and you're on the school ground, you don't have to pay no money. If you leave the school ground and coming back, dress up, You know, in a school uniform, because nobody wearing a school uniform on a Saturday, there's a big difference. And there should be a marked difference to prepare the kids for the real world by making them know, may charge you a little less. You give them a blind. If you don't have the money, this is what the real world do. Stay at your yard. Don't come to the gate, come try jump the fence.
All right, CC, anything else?
Which I can, all right. So you see with this weekend, like the Saturday thing, maybe I can agree on the sense with the Saturday thing. But you see, my whole thing is this now. My whole thing is promoting a certain. You have some country you say you don't want to promote where you don't want the students say, oh, yeah, they get something free. But then my whole thing is thinking about these students are the very same people who are going to be past students of this institution. And if in the future I want a benefit from these same kids who some of them are going to go on and have successful careers.
I don't think both things are connected, to be honest. I don't think
so. For instance, management, when a team comes, when another team is saying,
CC, what I'm saying to CC, hold on, Mr. Speed. CC, my school charging me for something. If I become a millionaire, that should not affect me from giving back to my school. So I don't necessarily agree with that. But go ahead, Mr. Speed.
I'm going to tell you something else where a lot of people don't. You see, when a team come to play, and I just didn't know to when we go over Teachfield, go watch a game, you know. When a team comes to play Teachfield in Portland, did you know that Teachfield actually give the team that comes a meal? Who didn't know that?
All of the schools do that.
Yeah, all of the schools do it. Yeah, I never know. Last year, I just never know.
Teachfield is special.
No, they're not special, but I just never know. Say the school they're at school a meal.
That is part of ISSA's arrangement. So you think
the meal free?
No, it's not free.
Exactly. There's so much cost.
But those monies are already provided at the talk shop. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean provided at the talk shop?
Meaning, generally, part of the school. See, we have a lot of color coming.
You think that's free? Then the things the talk shop have to pay for the food and them cook. I mean, I understand.
Hey, no, they have to pay. All right, we have a next caller. Go on, as boss. And please do not use do not use any college example.
Stop no man, tell me what you. You gotta do me. Let me do my job. Because you see, YouTubers and inform people, not giving people the information. Because I give you one example. You see, you should have ride along and go look at the level you're talking about now. Every high student have to pay $7 to $9 to go to attend a game at their school in the state of Georgia. The price depends on the sport and it depends on district.
Hold on. How many states? No. How many states are in the US?
Every state high school you have to pay. I use one example, so don't ask me those questions, management. You are here to inform the people. No, you go and find one state that does not pay and use it to counter the state that pay. Mr. Speed, pick up yourself, my boss. Since man jump on me right away, me just jump in and
Hey.
Hold on, man. Anything you want, say after them. Me not in the homophobic and them things. Me not do them talking.
What kind of homophobic you talk?
Don't ask me about no why or no hair when me attack.
What you talk about? What's wrong with this man?
Me know when I talk about funny talking, the Ironman talking. Me know in the Ironman talking. Me a man. Me not do no white thing.
What are you talking about?
Man. Because I said I kick you in your throat and you jump in your throat and you try to make it. Why?
No.
And that's why.
No, sir. What are you talking about?
No.
Why you don't listen?
Think as a man of the class, well, me could nobody go this. So me could keep it in.
But you're not listening. You come on the program and you alone want to talk. You tell me what me I go say and why me not say what me I go say. And you have a conversation.
Because I've been listening to you. I've been listening to the show, man. I've been listening, you know, and I like the just coming here. I've been listening. Big up yourself, Mr. Speed, again, because it looks like you never hear me the first time.
Mr. Speed, you unmute Mr. Speed and tell him big up because I don't want him saying not talk to him. Mr. Speed, go to boss and say big up, you know. You muted Mr. Speed. So unmute and big him up.
Gunners boss, you make all it for sense. Gunners boss, you're the boss. Arsenal for life.
Mr. Speed, Gunners for life, man. You hear the truth, Mr. Speed. Because I agree student athletes, students who attend the school during the school week on a Wednesday and a month from Monday to Thursday should from Monday to Friday while school is in session should not pay to go to the game. But if a game is in school and a Saturday, when you're going to leave your house to come, you don't have no reason at school. You don't have no reason to depend on the school compound. If you're depend on school compound for a Saturday, you're lighter. Pay your money at a limited cost. If it's $700 for the ticket, let the kids pay a quarter.
Yeah.
You can't charge them half. You cannot charge them half. Charge them a minimal amount where you think them can afford to come to attend the game because you need that 12 man as the support or the 6 man. So yes, but you cannot allow all the students to come and pull up in the venue for free. Management, that is my argument on that. My son them go to high school. I go to the game. During the week, them have a game or practice. I don't pay. But if I have to go to that Saturday night game where everybody go, the Friday night game, we have to pay.
Oh, so during the week you don't pay?
No, while in school, while school is in session, you don't really pay to go.
Even you don't pay? Not just your kids, even you don't pay as a parent?
No, the student, no. I never pay to go to one of my students because we contribute to whatever contribution, whatever them having. You contribute to the thing, you understand? So during the week while school is in session, you don't really pay. Everybody just want to watch the game.
Okay.
But on the weekend,
no. So let's talk in during the... So if my son is playing at his high school on a Wednesday, I should not pay to go and watch it then?
No, if you contribute to the school or you contribute to whatever they have, is their process, you know. Hold on, management.
No, you see now you're Gunners boss. You talk so long and then you're not allowed.
I apologize, boss. I apologize. My apology.
My son is the contribution to the school. That is my contribution. He's on the team, helping the team to do well. That is my contribution. Why should I pay during the week?
I don't know. I did not say. I said I have never paid during the week when my son is playing at Northeast High School or Herbert Lincoln High School in Philadelphia or what's it named, South Shore High School in Brooklyn, New York. I have never paid for none of those games I attended during the week, but on the weekend you have to pay. That's all I said. So all the other things that you have to ask me now, the way how them proceed to make this possible, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
So the truth is, say, one of the things about what people don't understand, things are not black and white as they seem. So what I will do is make up a budget, and I will say, boy, yeah, you want the kids them come for free, so you might decide that all the preliminary game you might let them in free, but if you get a playoff games, you might decide for charge, because then you'll say,
okay,
you know, my revenues for the season. You know, look on the revenues per day, you know. You look on your cost for the season and the revenues for the season. So when you make up your budget at the start of the season, for people who are very organized, they might just decide to, yo, some games free and some games you have to pay, depending on where the fixtures are too. So, as I said, things are not just black and white. Things are more complex than people seems. And every individual school will have to fend for themselves and do whatever they think is right. So we can't have one blanket statement that covers everybody. We have to understand the dynamics of budgeting and the dynamics of spending and the dynamics of revenue generation. And that's also how it is.
All right, Gunners boss. We'll take a next one.
Yeah, man. Before me go the next thing when we want, the next topic when we want to touch, I disagree with Mr. Steve so they're not to get paid. Yes, in this time now, there is no amateurism in a high school or no sports no more. Everybody I get paid now. NIL, I give high school students and college students a lot of money. The brilliant one them supposed to get paid and the collective work out how the average one them going to get some money.
You left Jamaica too long in a Gunners boss. You not even understand. If you ever do that in a Jamaica, half five teams say they nah play. No care where you say they must say, oh, me done with it and God in here and don't come back. Gunners boss, you left Jamaica too long. That can't not Jamaica.
But I have to make it thing work for you, them man, because them make millions of dollars for school, them still, you know, a champion, them thing in a whole. If I'm going to school and corporation and I go home hungry, you know, Mr. Steve. Look on it from that perspective, my God. Big up on yourself. Think about it.
All right, Gunners boss. All right, people. So it's one line, right? So if you're not getting through as soon as one is finished, then
man is man. Don't choose if you pay the youth and then can't get a scholarship. Because me and the youth playing for Cavalier and all me do, me write letter say him get subsistence, reimbursement of expenses, and then ban him for like 11 months.
Yeah. Okay, well, what I'll do is probably give them some scholarships through school. We have Tigat. I have a call online because I have a lot of call coming in. So let me
Yeah, big up yourself. Big up yourself. No, but me kind of upset. You understand? But me not upset again. When they say you got beat Mr. Speed, that's always to beat my friend. You can't beat Mr. Speed. But Mr. Speed angle himself well. You
yeah,
understand? So
Mr. Speed.
yeah, you see I got beat Mr. Speed, some of the vex. But Mr. Speed angle himself. You understand? The man himself well. But on a different note, I understand the sentiment where you bring across. But Mr. Speed explained it the best way is possible and me see it Mr. Speed way. You understand? On a weekdays, yeah, free, but on a weekend, charges the school as half price. You understand? And then you have to look on overheads and stuff like that with the school. But on different school, when you come out to different school, you understand that the price will be different. Like the school, they have a strong role boys. You understand? You can look at the prices different from the weaker school and when I'm not a strong role boys association. That's all about Mr. Speed explain himself, right? You understand? And defend himself, right? So we not have to come defend Mr. Speed. So I understand the sentiment where you have. You understand? If you attend the school, you can go to the game free. But on a weekday, like a Saturday, I understand they say, yeah, let's pay a half price. Let's pay a half price, pay something to come in for support. Support
right.
your school.
All right then. Big up yourself. All right. I think Carla. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Backswood. Are you this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right then. Yeah, go ahead. All right. We're coming to the other calls. Just hold on, people. Go ahead, Backswood.
All right, quickly speaking, CC.
CC gone, you know, him just a listener.
Yeah, but he's listening.
Yeah.
He's listening. CC, the idea that a man now go give back the money to him school because him school used to charge him to come a football game is lunacy, brother.
That's what I was saying.
Lunacy.
I was telling him that they don't connect. So yeah.
Lunacy. Additionally, but the bigger picture still, you know, and big up Gunner's boss. You know what Gunner's boss did that was impressive?
Yeah.
He quoted a source and he was very specific. He said, in the state of Georgia, blah, 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 blah. You cannot disagree with that. I think personally, though, my personal opinion is that culturally in Jamaica, and it is something we have to internalize and look at ourselves, we have a cultural aversion, in my opinion, to paying for the things that we say we love. That's just my opinion. A man will say him love football and him is a football soldier and him support football, but him not pay for go one match. Him prefer climb a tree. I tell her that. Something I'm say. As it relates to the school to kids in school, and if the game is on the compound, I support 100%. Them not for pay. Additionally, though, there are people that are
school days though.
I think on any day.
All right.
If you can prove that they're a student. That are just me.
That might be.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is just me. But also the kids that are on path, for example, because if we're subsidizing their education and we agree that these sporting events are quote unquote extracurricular activities for most schools, not for the top 16 like Mr. Speed said, then they should also have a way to get in to any game for free. That's just my opinion.
All right, I agree with you. But let me just ask it. When it comes on to like the finals, for example, the Costa Cup finals were played in Kingston at National Stadium. Should kids be paying the same $1,500 with their IDs as adults?
Well, it's a money making thing, you know. If you can prove that the kids are students, we don't have a problem with it with them paying a subsidized fee, because them pay a subsidized fee for public transportation. In every case, a Jamaican society, kids pay less.
Yeah. Because what Mr. Speedy said, where I disagree with him, is that if you can't pay, you have to stay at your yard. I don't
No,
agree
you
with that.
can't disagree with that.
No, man, disagree. For
If
kids, me disagree with that.
hold
Me
on.
disagree with that. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's get the baseline here. If something costs $50 and you don't have $50, why show up to the venue and try to get in for less than $50? You can't disagree, Mr. Speed, on that.
No.
If you don't have the money, stay your yard.
No. Here's my point on that matter. I have $25. And so my $25, because I'm like you said, I'm on the pass program with my ID, should get me in.
No. You conflate two different issues there. If you're on the pass program, it should get you in. We agree on that. I'm saying, generally speaking, if you don't have the money for going at the game, you shouldn't be at the game. You shouldn't be at the gate. Anchor, brother. I'm not believing in that.
All right,
and you may agree with Mr. Speed. You may agree with Mr. Speed, right? You see, the people, I have been in and around business ventures for most of my life. You see, the people who pay the least money or are paying no money at all, they give the most problems. And I will say that unequivocally. If you have, let me tell you this, man, if you have something that you're renting for, and you rent it for $50, or you rent that same thing for $200, I guarantee you that 99% of the problems you're going to get is from the people who pay that $50. Big up yourself.
All right, bless up. Good point. All right, that was Boxwood. We have a next caller. Mr. Speed, what you say about that? Somebody agreed with you the last time Boxwood was on, and him did disagree. Oh.
Hi, I'm trying to say something now.
Oh,
Hi.
Chuck Diamond.
Yeah, hi, I'm
Grade
online.
1738. A life without learning is dead.
Is dead. That is correct. I'm on live now.
You're live online.
Okay,
in
good.
Splendor shining over all the West, for these are sons and daughters, the hearts are yearning with lots of voice to say they love thee.
They love thee best.
Oh, school of ours, we pledge thee our devotion. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, so I agree with Mr. Speed. You see, Mondays to Friday, if the match is being held on your compound, you should not pay nothing. Absolutely nothing to watch the match. It should be free. On a Saturday, I agree. You pay nominal fee, and as I suggested, $100 should be enough. And then he added another component. If you're on path program, seriously, some discretion should be, applied to a student who has such difficulties. I just have a problem with how sports in general has been marketed in Jamaica. It's still it's not even amateur. It's still infancy. I would love to see the same jerseys that the team are playing in, that they're being sold at a school shop, school memorabilia. I want also to see they go back to grassroots fundraising, concerts, cake sale, all those kind of things that used to make money for the school back in the day. They need to bring them back into the fold. And I also like to see, because you know what? All of these bigger schools can afford via the Old Boy Association. But I think the up-and-coming schools who have made their way, look about Central High and all those other schools who have actually come on big time in football.
Yeah,
they don't have the big, massive, don't have the big, massive backing of an Old Boy Association. They're just people who love football and sports in general. I would also like to see they do a bit more in terms of promoting their team within the school itself. Have a jeans day, for example, raise $50 to wear your jeans and help to develop, the sports in your school. And I would like to see that more schools be able to afford outside help and assistance to develop their programs within the school itself. Additionally, I think ISSA should be doing a lot more, because they when they sell the rights to a game or sell the rights for overseas watching, I watch Champs on One Spot Media, and I have to pay for it. I don't have a problem with being nils deals. I want to see that happening. A lot of these schools are, athletes are making big monies for these corporations when they're not getting the rewards for it.
Yep.
I want to see them being paid, and I'd like to see, for example, if you're participating in a higher level, of course your school fees should be paid for free.
Yeah.
As it relates to that man speaking about things in Georgia. Oh my Lord. We're talking about apples and oranges here. Different strokes, different folks, different arenas, different playing field. I want to see a situation whereby kids are encouraged to watch games and develop and participate in sports, even from a cheerleader perspective. How many years have we watched champs and see the stadiums being half full? Come on, $50, $100, get kids from Excelsior and all neighboring schools around to come in and sit on the bleachers benches and actually participate in the drama and the gala that is actually sports. They have dropped the ball with this so much. And I just wonder what happened to these athletes, especially the athlete who broke his leg, who paid for those medical bills.
Yeah, either the school or the parents, because that's what I'm saying.
That is exactly.
Yeah, which is an issue. I think there, this is where I think ISSA can do more, and where you and I agree is simply this: the players. I think every year ISSA itself should give scholarship to some of the footballers, just because
there should be the
money.
scholarships.
Yes,
there should be scholarships, and there should also be an insurance program in place for athletes who are covered or run on any sporting events under ISSA. That is, their pot of money available to athletes who are injured for their rehabilitation.
Yeah, I think the schools have to do that individually.
It shouldn't be left up to the schools only. There should a pot of resources should be allocated. Even I don't even know about it, but anyway, it might have exist and I don't know. But a pot of resources should be allocated for these athletes. We have taken for granted, a lot of people have gotten rich and fat out of these performances of these athletes at this level. And they need to be doing a bit more for the schools. I want to see a bit more incentive, because you know what? When one school doing well, and not just a traditional grammar school and a traditional school with the old boys network are doing well, it borders well for all the other schools to develop, and the standard of Jamaican football and sports in general will improve.
Yeah, absolutely. A very important point. I'm going to find out from Mr. Speed if it is the clubs themselves that deal with the health insurance, or it is that clubs do it along with the PFLJ, which is the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, that deals with it. But
I have one question for Mr. Speed as well. Does Cavalier have a football? Two, does Cavalier have a sports shop, football sports shop? One. Two, I am when a student who's playing for a school and playing for a professional outfit, I don't think that their performance should be stymied and be considered if the person, should be, suspended for any reason by ISSA. That's not fair. You're stymieing the students' progress in the world of sports.
Okay.
If you're good enough to pay both levels, you should not be affected anyway. Of course you should. Anyway, thanks for your time.
You're welcome, Chuck Diamond. Listen to Mr. Speed. Life without learning is death.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, Mr. Speed, here are those two questions.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Yeah, we do have gears. We don't have no sports shop set up, but we do have gears which we agree that so like as I say, you can get it at 15 Whoop Road, shop number 5 any day. The gear, the tops if you want to buy, so you can get it there, or it is online in the Admirals. You have to go in the Admiral store and buy online. So there's two ways to actually get the Cavalier kit. As it relates to ISSA ban on players, you know my opinion on that. That's just, again, I hate to say these things. There is no scientific or technical basis for that rule. I don't know where them get it from. But what is funny enough is that they say they are protecting the players.
I have a scientific data that you provided.
But they are also
you provided the scientific data.
No, there's no scientific data.
Yes, of course. When was it? When did they do the interview?
Yeah, but me say when you play, but it's a rule is 7 days. There's no scientific rule for 7 days. There's a rule for 2 and 3 days, which there's evidence that your performance drop and you're liable to get injuries. There was a thing done by the Europeans them about when teams playing a Champions Cup with the same team what happen, and that is why I say people now changing out them team once them in a Champions Cup, them fat up them squad and them what they do. But for the 7-day rules, there's no scientific evidence that if you play in a 7 days, it might affect anything. But the problem with ISSA now is that they say that they are trying to protect the players, you know, and then they give the player 3 games in 1 week. So,
but not only that, and some of these players end up playing under 16 as well, which is
so I don't know. I mean, if it did happen, you know, like a one time, but it is a common thing for the teams to play 3 games in 1 week. So why you are saying that for them play, and then there's no provision to like support the player just on the match card. Support the player play 5 minutes. Support the player, you know, you need the 7 days to recover again. So I am just saying it's a nonsense rule, and I don't know where it comes from.
All right, people, please hit the like button, subscribe, share. Remember, you can also give a super sticker or a super chat. We have one umbrella.
You have to leave it still in a camera.
No, man, one umbrella sports I want to talk to you. Don't go yet.
All right, cool.
One umbrella sports. Welcome to I Am
What's going on, Mr. Speed?
There, what you up to? So, remember people before one umbrella sports try to blow him one on. I just tell people say is a good.
Right.
I'm going to endorse a one umbrella sports because one of the things when we see them do is really refreshing. You know, they come back with the jumping at the place. I mean, which is something that we experience whenever we travel abroad and play them. You know, it bring our vibes. Even when I just 200 people in the stadium, it bring our vibes. And I see them on ESPN too, because people look, you know, put the camera on them, so they make a lot of noise. The other thing is that, you know, them come and them help at the Premier League level. Them help at when we were playing Caribbean Cup, or one of the persons them were, you know, come and support us without we have to ask them to come. Them support the national team. It's just a really good feeling for somebody to be paying back. And when we have the 200 people, as I say, one umbrella sports still there make all heap of noise, so it look like more people in the stadium now were really in there. So big up yourself. You never know, say, are you still this, but whosoever you are, big up yourself.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, we have got to change it from one umbrella to one gazebo, but go ahead and make your point.
Yeah. Well, but you I take that from a Christmas present, Mr. Speed, man. You gave me goosebumps, man. That was so thoughtful of you. I never thought of it like that. But anyway, the thing I want to talk about towards the church going and it, you know, the topic they get blown up, but me the kind of did I listen to it and me can voice my opinion on it, even though the conversation.
Yeah, man, you can go ahead, man.
So, man, I do. So, me not have as much information because, you know, me living in the state, but me just can apply like common sense, you know. Like, to be fair, if a game there at a school during the week, I think this kid should have paid for going to them school, but on the weekend, I think it is fair to charge a fee for them. And then what we must understand, you know, we cannot live without money, right? Not the paper itself, you know, but the thing that money does for us. You know, so the referee have to get paid, you know, ambulance have to be at school. So all of these things take money. And where's the money gonna come from? It has to come from somewhere. You know? And then as far as what the previous scholar said, something to the effect as if him school charge him, he won't give back something to the. Can you correct that statement from my management?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what he said. He said that what that will happen if people charge people to go in as kids or students. When they get wealthy in life, they probably will not give back to the school. I don't think so, though.
that I certainly would not agree with, because like me personally, management, if I could help my country, I will do anything for any school. And you know, it is not that serious, and we shouldn't use a broad brush and paint everybody. It depends on what you can afford. That's how you should help. And you know, you should help your country with your action and not just with your words. You know, that's my stand.
All right, big up yourself, one umbrella. Mr. Speed, big up yourself, you know, because I know you have to run it now. We'll have a couple more persons, but big up yourself. Thanks for coming on. Although now, you know, you're on your way to Montego Bay, so me excuse you. Because this thing about the amount of games and all of that, when you have amassed 7 points out of 12, you have only lost one of the games. You have one of your biggest victory of the season during the time. Your goal concession was the lowest over the period. And you're still complaining that the games were played at like the space between them. We have a lot of questions, but no, it's not the time because you have to run. So we will meet up again to discuss this matter.
Man, you know something? One of the problem I have with you is that you're not even understanding something logical. I mean, why you ever see anywhere in the world where a team play 3 match straight and nobody else not play?
Yeah.
Where?
In the EPL.
Not true. One team is playing 3 match and nobody else not play.
I
3
am
match
tell-
straight.
I am telling you.
Give me an
I am-
example.
Let
That
me
not
not
go
say-
see.
me not say- What you talking about?
Them alone a play.
No,
And
they
nobody else not play.
can't, no. What I mean is that they can't play by themselves.
No. But we play a team one Thursday. Then we play a team, the different team Sunday, and then we play a next team Wednesday. But no other, otherwise from those 3 teams, nobody else is playing. You know? But and we have a next match come Sunday now. And we did have a match the Sunday before. That's why I'm asking if you ever see that happen.
That's
man
not
is man.
3
You
games.
need to call me. Man is man. We need to talk to you. No. Call me. No.
All right. All right, so let me do that, people. I'm going to call Mr. Speed. Don't move in, people, because we have a couple more things that we need to do. So let all right. Yeah, man. So, people, listen, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Me if you call back ROH. Boy, I'm that call me whole part time. I'm going to sort it out and thing. All right? Come on, people, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. ROH, you're calling, you know. Oh, there you go. Hey, sorry, but I was, yeah, man. Call were coming in when you were on it. What say you? Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Afternoon, man. No, so me just want to put in a little 2 cents in the conversation. But Mr. Speed run. But man, quickly, you know a coach name
Huh?
You know a coach named David Hunt?
Wagga? Yeah, man, them don't know Wagga, man.
All right, so Wagga was my schoolboy football.
Yeah.
But now people know Wagga coach 2 schools. Wagga actually coach 3 schools in a man. So I go to 3rd school. See?
You go Calabar?
People know Calabar. No, people know Calabar, people know KC. Wagga start at Meadowbrook.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they played at the Meadowbrook side with Trevor Lamb, them?
Yeah. Legit so same, them ball and them. See?
Yeah.
No, Meadowbrook is a uptown school.
Yeah, you never so good. That team, they never so good.
No, man, that's not going to kill everything, man. Go kill everything, man. A big team, a big team for them 2 seasons, man.
Yeah.
But one more to bring to you. So me experience the 3 facets of schoolboy football in player. When I'm in high school, when I leave high school, I turn a coach, now man come. And then later in life, I start with some management.
Yeah.
The traditional schools are the schools with the big alumni, them know it. But you have some schools who suffer. And football management, especially in that school, is a very expensive position.
Yeah.
My school couldn't afford David Hunt. David Hunt was a charity.
Yeah, man.
Right? But you see the fees, you see if Mr. Hunt come and think something, so you have to get feeding every day.
Yeah.
Which was new to my school. We have to get lunch every day. The school have to hire a chef. See it?
True.
And just a feeding program there alone. Leave the coffers dry. Some sport have to pull up to make we can proceed. Just to feed, you know.
Yeah.
So we said this. Me no have no objections to kids paying to watch the sport. Because the same
scenarios where people say, all right, them.
But
you
we
go to
weren't saying
school,
that we weren't saying that kids should not pay to watch the sport. We're saying that
right,
if the game is being played on your school
right,
compound on a Wednesday, you should
but
not pay.
that me I come to. But the
Yeah.
same kids, there's a fete on the school compound. There's a barbecue on the school compound. They all pay for it. Wrong, all right.
For the but that's a completely different thing. That's not an
No, it's a,
extracurricular activity.
but it's a fundraiser.
But
It's
that
a
is it.
fundraiser.
But the football is not a fundraiser. It's an extracurricular
No,
activity. It's two
no,
different.
but
We don't agree with
no,
that.
but the money, the money we charge for the game is fundraising to go towards supplementing the team.
But the activity that is being done, in other words, the football team is going to play even if no kids are there.
Right.
The fete can't happen if nobody don't attend. Because it's a different thing. See, we can't use that. The football is going to happen regardless.
But what about the principle? So the principle and try. What is the principle? Me I try.
Well, we can reason on principle. We can reason on principle.
Not two different things.
We can reason on principle and say, if you can find money to go to the fete, you should be able to find money. And remember, a lot of times the fete are not kept during school time. So it's like a Saturday night or a Friday night or Friday, that kind of time when it's not really, so it's not while school is going on.
Right. Right. Me understand the concept, right? I'm not sure say.
Yeah.
I just look on the money where them charge as fundraising to go towards the team. Because it's a very expensive venture.
I know.
That's what I'm saying?
I am not saying.
So
in other words,
you are correct. You are correct in saying that Mr. Speed is correct in saying that a nominal fee should be worked out.
And he was saying that for like a Saturday game where there is rental. I am saying that if the school field is on the school compound, there is no rental.
We get that too.
And I am saying that it is okay.
They might have to mark it out, think about it.
Eh?
They might have to mark it.
Yeah, but guess what? It is marked out on a school day as well. The cost of marking out the school on a Saturday is not different from the cost of marking out the school on a Wednesday, you know?
Well, you're right. So what is your suggestion?
My suggestion is that on a school day, no child pays.
But how do you supplement that now?
All right, because you're at the school. In other words, like most schools don't, because like I said, at Manning's, the field is in the center of the school. So if I'm in my classroom, I can just sit down and watch the game.
No, so that okay. So that there now is something that you can't avoid.
Right. So no, like but other schools, Calabar field is there. So what you're going to do? Tell the kids to leave the school compound and then no, you don't.
So it's not applicable.
Same thing with St. George's. Whether you use the front field or the back field, what do you do? How you going to stop the kids from? You can't. You shouldn't try. What you can do? You can go to their classrooms and say, listen, we're playing a game today. Here, let the footballers, which is what they used to do at Manning's, walk around and collect donations. You probably get more money from kids that way than even trying to charge them. On a Saturday, if I come to that gate, because remember, a lot of schools and kids are on pass programs, you know.
I understand that, man.
Which means the school actually provide free lunch for them through the government. So if them can't even afford lunch, right? Them come to the school on a Saturday for the game and them have them idea, you know, them on the part program. Let them in. There are some kids though that you could say, listen, the cost of watching the games at the school on a Saturday is $500 for adults. Come with your ID and you pay $200 or $100. That's the minimal fee.
Me support what you said, but I'm saying no. So the income that's going to be lost from collecting from the students. How do the school generate a little income?
All right, so here's what now. That is for the school to figure out, because even if the kids don't come to the game, them still going to have the charge. That's the point I'm making. The kids come in there, don't change anything.
Something have to be sacrificed. No, but something have to be sacrificed. Not a lot of things are sacrificed for the football team, man. Believe it or not, I tell you. A lot of things are sacrificed to facilitate football teams in school. A lot of other sports have to give away. I'm telling you this. Me remember when I go to school, to make the Marine Cup team have everything what they need. The coach and the Pepsi play football without proper gears. Well, we are 3.
Yeah, no, I understand that, which is now about management. Therefore, a school must be able to manage their budget. In other words, because there is no guarantee that if you charge the kids, a lot of them going to come out anyway to cover your cost.
No, that is true. You're right.
Because, boss, for a child to pay $500 on a Saturday, if they have to take transportation and things, it's harder than to say, come with your, because here's what I know. It's also proven that part of the larger your home support is probably the greater the impact is going to be on the team playing. So if the kids cannot afford to come on a Saturday, some may be able to. So what I would do is, I would say, Saturday we have a game versus Rossies at the Manning School. Listen, right? You can get your ticket today at the school for $100 to come to the game. But you have to come with your ID, meaning the kids cannot give that to somebody else.
Mannings,
right?
what is the community support like for Mannings?
Huh?
This is very important. What is the community support like for Mannings?
I mean, Mannings, you see, Mannings is kind of a very, because you see, in all right, so
Mannings is an institution, a traditional institution.
Yeah, so what happened in Mannings is that, all right, here's the thing.
So whether students pay or not, Mannings is going to have a successful turnout at a football.
No, man, no. I'm telling you that in Mannings doesn't get a lot of support, in terms of spectators when you compare to like if Godfrey Stewart were in the finals or from. Because remember, though Mannings has been there for a long time, you have, because of the where Mannings is at. Where Mannings is at.
Watch Mannings game on TV. Yeah? On TV. When watch Mannings game, Mannings man.
No, man, that is when Mannings reach. You're seeing Mannings when they reach, but I'm saying to you, generally, when Mannings play.
No, watch Mannings first season, man. You have man broadcast Mannings game.
Yeah, man. Ship it TV. What I'm saying, generally, because Mannings school have a lot of migrants. Or the people migrate out. The money, like most of the Mannings people don't live in Westmoreland per se, Who know overseas have all kind of jobs all over the world. What you find is that some of the other schools in Westmoreland, in the South and those areas, a lot of their students, they are local based because generally the success rate of Mannings students move them out of Westmoreland. So I don't think they have as large a fan base as like some of the other schools down there, because a lot of those schools have their student base. Yeah.
You see, when we go in a coaching management and I work at a particular school, a board for, and I tell you, that program was like, in fact, we have to get innovative and get the football team to start. Well up the cheer them and the desk them, and I'm on there with them that use and pay for them job they done. Come to your program.
Okay.
I just not make the gears. I just not have to use and make the gears. And then in the middle of the season, some of them start here. So it's a very expensive proposition. I've been on the 3 side. I understand the boy.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. No, man, go ahead.
If the team now do well, Mannings, it's even worse.
Yeah.
If the team, the traditional team where so I go make the second round and I go do well, it's even worse, man. It's money I jump out your pocket like nothing.
Yeah.
As a manager for them team.
Yeah. Big up yourself, Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
But all right, I might say that.
Yeah, man. Big up. Respect the call as usual, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But call back Lance, because Lance was calling earlier. Hey, DW, behave yourself, But man, it's like a football school. In the last 4 years, Mannings won under 16 and under 14 bars. Multiple. Careful yourself in the DW, but the only good thing about Mannings is that they tend to have decent females. Ease yourself. Hold on there. And all right, I'm going to take this call and then I call Lance and then we're going to close it. Welcome to the show. And then we get to our Liverpool. Big up yourself, Saucy. What's going on?
I go, man. Just listen to no conversation.
Tell me about
KC. I'm joining it.
Yeah.
No, KC thing, all right.
No, man, in terms of, do the kids, when KC playing on their compound, are the kids asked to pay to watch the game?
I am not aware of anything like that. Because, as you say,
which is when me there think, oh yeah, get the kids off the school compound when them are go to school. Like them already on the compound, you can't get them off the compound.
So apparently,
you mean on the weekend?
No, man. Apparently, like Glenmuir, somebody was saying that, like shipping port was saying that Glenmuir, like you have a gate that brings you into the. Though it's on the same, let me say it's on the compound, but where it's at on the compound, you can't see it from certain places at the school. You have to go through a gate.
So if a student at school during that day want to go look at the game, them have to pay to watch a game?
That's what he's saying. They have to pay $300. I mean,
that's not right.
That can't be right. You can't be on the school. Yeah.
That's not right. Because that's supposed to be part of the whole school experience, you know. It's just part of the whole school experience. But so like during the week and stuff, them have to pay for watch the game play. Like it's like whether you watch a Coors game, a Pepsi game, a Money Cup game, a cricket game, all that are just part of a table tennis competition. All that is just part of the whole school experience.
That is my point.
But
yeah.
Yeah, how could that be? Like you're a student of the school and you have a pay for watch a game you play on the school. Your school a play on that day in a school day and you have to pay?
Yeah, but they're also saying that because KC play some of their games at Stadium East. So the KC kids have to pay to watch the game at Stadium East in the week in their uniform.
That shouldn't be. I can understand, but listen, I shouldn't say that shouldn't be, because I think, like when I was going to school, at first when we started high school, all of the matches used to be played in the stadium, right?
Yeah.
And them used to give us some passes to the game.
Free
pass.
pass.
You get a book a pass. Yeah. But a lot of people used to give them passes because not everybody will go to the games, you know. Thank you. Okay. Not every person going to the game. Then after them start say you have to pay. And like all me know when my mother have no money and stuff, me used to have to save my lunch money to go game. So you save lunch money, you know, eat a lunch for some couple of days, save the money and use it go game. So that we used to pay still. But I don't think they should be paying during the week. And even if you are paying, they should be paying a special rate, a student rate. Even if you have to pay, you should be paying a student rate.
But honestly, I can understand. Like, if a game is, say like KC rent Stadium East, right?
Yeah, in a film theater.
And they say, all right, adults 500, kids with ID 200. I can understand that. But there's, if the game is played at KC on a Saturday, and I turn up with my KC ID, I should not pay to
on a Saturday?
Yeah, even on a Saturday. I don't think I should pay to go in. Because
I think them could pay on a weekend, but pay a special rate, not the same thing where everybody else are paying. Not the same thing where adults are paying them things. Like they pay a student rate.
Okay.
Different from working people.
And then what was saying, what Boxwood was saying is that the kids who are on the pass program, if they can get to the game, they should not have to pay because they're already on the pass program, which means that the school, through the government, have to feed them. So if the school has to feed them, it don't matter what the game is played. Once they have the pass ID, they should be allowed to go to the game free because they're on the program because they're like, you know, underprivileged kids.
Yeah, so they have all kind of different things where them can put in place for different students. People sometimes just lazy and think outside the box and stuff. But the previous caller who was talking about, as I said, the thing said, them shouldn't pay in the week if it's on the school compound, but on the weekend, them can pay a nominal fee, right?
Yeah.
But schools have to do more for help themselves, too. In a certain cases, schools have to do more for help themselves. People fundraising events and all them things there. You can do any kind of thing, you know. You can go sell some raffle ticket like Town Square, you know, and them kind of things there. You can do all kind of things to make some money to help a program. You just have to come up with ideas. But the caller previously was talking about the same students. The students go, if a fete is there or a barbecue, the students go. But that is not true, because some students are going to know them something, because them can't afford to go. Yeah, some people, cause even me, when I was going to school, a lot of them things they used to keep at KCU and me not going.
Okay.
So just because,
You can't
so don't say
it.
them,
Yeah.
right. So don't just say them find the money for go at that, because the entire student body is not finding the money to go to no barbecue or no stuff like that. Some children are there, yes, but everybody can pay it, can go there.
And I think that was because those things are normally like the school. If the school is keeping a fit, them probably have a higher sound system. Them have to cook food. So the kind of expenses sometimes associated with keeping a fit means that there has to be a charge. Like I said, that marking out the field is normally the groundsman at the school, who is really employed by the school, who is paid monthly as one of the auxiliary workers at the school. Right. So therefore, it's not an additional cost per se to the school because the person is a staff. The canteen, so I just feel like it's a different thing.
But one thing though, because I hear some people are say, like the bigger schools, them have people who give back and stuff. People who give back to the school and all that stuff. But no matter the size of the school still in there, in a lot of cases, a lot of past students can do more still. Because like me, in New York, me witness certain things. Like a man that invite me to him school event. And when I go, it's like it just empty. It's like it just empty. Like nobody and then like nobody not come out really from certain school. If you go to one KC event or if a man asks you go pass through GSC event or something, you have to see whole heap of man there. I don't think it really have nothing to do with with no size of the school. It's just that these people from these school, them come up in a way with them want give back to feed them school. So them come up, once something a keep for certain school, man from all about or bring them wife, bring them picnic and they come put some money in the thing. Them not for richer than the next man will go to a certain school. Them living in the same New York and them things like. But certain them living in the same New York and them things like. But you have certain people from certain schools who not giving back nothing, but I could have called a school name. I could have called a school name right now where my brother invite me to them fish fry. I'm gonna go on there and I don't think me see 15 people. And out of what me I estimate about 15 somebody. I was there. Dougie Bell was there. I don't know if you know Dougie Bell, the KC legend in Center. Another KC man was there. It's like about a little handful of people them was there, about 3 hours come from KC, but we go out there to support them. So a lot of times these people not supporting them school, boss. They and to cut costs and stuff. So people need to do more.
That is true.
For the school. It don't matter
people talk like it's only JC, KC, Calabar, and Wolmer's have successful past students. A lot of other schools.
Right.
Look at St. Diego, boss. Look at Olympian St. Diego have an Alvear and them places.
Right.
What am I doing to back?
Right. That's what you
can't blame KC for them past students. It has to do with the
right, but you have certain school, or certain schools have a different thing where them take a different pride in them school, even if when them left. So anything to do with no money thing for the school, any event and stuff, people go out so them can put a little dollar to it. And then when you go to another school event, you don't see nobody. And so it's not whether you're smaller, it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing, which you find that people go certain school, and when them school take part in the event, they might cheer for another school.
Well, I tell you, Manuel go at champs, and them school have people in the final, and them have an KC and Calabar and JC jersey.
Well, me can't relate because me go KC, and there's no reason for me cheer for the other school because we always competitive and involved. You know what I mean? But I don't think that example where you give me about Glenmure, that don't sound good to me. If it's a school day and the thing I play upon the school, they shouldn't be charging.
Should not be charging, boss. The most you can do is probably send around the Manning Cup or the Costa Cup team in the day in the classroom and let the kids them drop some little thing in some pan. But they should not be charged.
Because you're supposed to want the students and come out enough, come support them school and make nice and make it more intimidating to the people.
And I think that is why a lot of the schools don't get the support of the students because them charge them every single time. I think that is it. So the kids don't feel like they need to come out because it's always a charge for the things. So if they were getting to watch the games free, maybe they would have bigger support. They would have bigger support than the present they have.
But it's too, schools can do other things. They can do more fundraising event, and past students must try and do more for them school. I mean, must do more for them school. Like my main thing.
Yeah, man.
Try. Schools, you have to be independent. You have to try. You can't just sit down and wait on things. You have to find ways to try to generate some money. Whatever event you can keep, whatever fundraising thing you can do. And then past students supposed to play a critical role. No matter which school you go. You can't just sit down and say the big school them have the good old boy association. And so why can't your school develop a good old boy past student association too? Like you can do that too. You got no rules say a KC and JC and Calabar alone can have good old boy association. There's no rule to that, you know. Everybody can do it.
Yep.
Everybody can do it.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
All right, yeah, man. Respect, so okay. Yeah, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go, people. Here, very good point, right? We have around 10 minutes to go. I have one person to call, but people, hit the like button, please. We are at 62 likes. Let's see if we can get this video up to 100 likes. Remember to also share and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Please remember this as well, that thanks to Brain Drain. All right, thanks to Brain Drain. Brain Drain. Well, first, Mr. United, thanks for the super sticker. Remember, all proceeds from our super stickers and super chat, we are using them for our Boxing Day feeding of the street people. All right, so thanks to Mr. United, thanks to Brain Drain with this one for $5. Appreciate that. And Kemar Sutton as well with $5 Canadian for your donations. Like all of these donations that we have been collecting this week. We did 2 shows this week, and all of this plus other people have contributed outside of the platform. We'll be doing that. We're hoping to get some pictures from the gifts that we gave out to show you, and then outside of that, now we're going to have pictures of the meals that we're giving to the street people on Boxing Day to present to you, which is next week, Thursday. I believe we will be doing that. You understand me? So appreciate the love and the support where that is concerned. All right. You can still make a donation or a contribution if you so desire. All right. Let's call Lance. Lance was calling earlier, but we missed the call. So we're going to shout him back right now to see if he still want to make his point. I feel like Lance want to beat me now. But, so let's see. Yeah, man. In the meantime, as we try to get him, like I said, if you have not yet subscribed to I Am Sure Sports, make sure you go ahead and do so. We didn't even touch because a couple of players, are coming back into the JPL that we don't talk about. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that. This is Lance. Lance, welcome. Good afternoon. Sorry that I missed your call. I think someone was on, and then I kept on getting calls. So I wanted to make sure that I at least call you back. Even if the point is past, you can really make a point. So my apologies for that.
Yeah, I guess you guys covered the point. I didn't listen to the last part, the guest that you had before. But what I wanted to say is that I remember I'm a Cornwall College old boy, right? And back in the days, is that if you wear your epaulet to games, you would be allowed. Now, when the games are played during the week, you don't have to really go home and put on your school uniform. Well, the embarrassment is that you don't want to read on a Saturday. Saturday, you want to hang out with your girlfriend or whatever. You understand? So you don't want to come to a game wearing a school uniform. But if you want to go in,
if you want to go in free, your school uniform on a Saturday.
You have to wear your school uniform. Yeah. We didn't have any kind of school ID. I don't know if they have a school ID. No. Your epaulet was the school ID back then.
So that and you, right? Because you used to play at the same field with the tall stands, or you used to play the games during your time at Jarrett Park?
No, not at Jarrett Park. Right there, pavilion.
At the pavilion
on campus.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You remember those good old days? I won't even, when Cornwall beat Mannings back in the days. I don't know.
Hey, carefully you talk about Cornwall beat Mannings,
I won't say anything. But anyway,
So you didn't have to pay. And
anyway,
on a Saturday, if you had on your uniform, or if you're a sixth former and you had on your shirt and your tie, you
right,
wouldn't have to pay because
you,
you didn't have any school
right,
ID.
right,
And
right.
if you didn't,
No, no,
if you didn't have, you have to pay the same price as adults.
yeah, because there's no way of identify you, who you
Okay,
are.
okay, understand,
You know,
understand, yeah.
yeah. But I see what Mr. Speed is saying. Even though he should really qualify what he's saying, he should make it like a mandate. You know what I mean? If you play on a Saturday, you have to pay. Because you got to realize that if you go to school, there's some kind of fee associated with the school. I know back then, if you have half scholarship, you pay half the fee. If you have full scholarship, you don't pay, whatever. But there's some cost for attending school. So all of that should be included. This is my opinion. Should be included in you know, I mean, going to the games would be included in the cost of paying to go to school.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, you know, I also understand his point when he said, okay, some of these schools are poor and they can barely afford to sort of maintain a field or to take the players to the game or whatever. So that might require a cost. So it all depends. You know, my opinion is to come up with a hard rule that, okay, on Saturdays you have to pay. It depends on how, you know, what the school can afford. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have these programs. These programs don't run on nothing. They cost. But
True.
my take on it is that if the school can afford to put on these games, you know, why let the student pay if you go to the school? You know, this really should be a cost that you already paid for when you pay to go to that school. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if I make myself clear.
No man,
You know,
you're
that's
right,
my
man.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So this,
That's a good point. And I think you were saying
yeah,
that everything is not black and white. Maybe everyone has to look at their own situation. For example, at Manning's, the
right,
library is there. So on a Saturday, we didn't have to, if you're a
right,
Manning student, you don't really have to you didn't have to use the public library because
right,
the school had its own library. So
right,
if I were going to the library on a Saturday and there's a game being played, do I pay?
right,
No, I was allowed to go in.
right,
On a Saturday,
right.
sometimes you'd have the Headley Cup team practicing, or
Okay,
people, the school at that time had their own gym, right? You had the
right,
volleyball, the netball. All of those people would be on a Saturday on the school compound, you know. People have
right,
extra
right.
lessons and stuff. They had the farm and people
Exactly.
would be there. So I just think like it's hard because kids have their IDs, you know, they are part of the
Right,
school. I think if they can contribute, they should, but they should not be
right.
denied access for their
Oh,
school home
absolutely.
game.
Absolutely, it shouldn't be, you know. And then again, like you said, it depends on affordability too. You know, they should really find some way. If they have a way of maintaining these programs, you know, I mean, they should really be creative and try to get out there and maintain the programs without having students paying. You know,
Yeah.
so I agree. I agree. Yeah, that was just my. You know, I
Yeah,
just want
man.
to kind of plug
Yeah,
that
man. And
in.
then sorry that I took so long to call you back. My apologies.
No, that's all right. That's
Yeah,
all right.
man.
That means the show is good. You have a lot of people who want to participate. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right then,
Yeah,
lads.
man.
Yeah, man. Bless it.
All right, man. It's fine. Good.
All right. All right. So there you go, people. What a good show. Oh my. Oh, we have one more call. We have our friend from Trinidad.
Mannings.
How you doing? Talk to me about me under 20 team, you know. I'm going over Trinidad there, you know, boss. Because we're going to the final against the Red Angels, you know. Because we beat the white ones
Well,
and
what?
we beat the red ones and we're going to play them again today and win the finals. What do you think? Go ahead. Good afternoon.
And this is what I like. You won the game. I don't know if you watched it, but I watched it. So I mean, leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. The it's interesting. Let's to say the least. Let's see what happens today.
Yeah.
The discussion.
Let me
I want to
let me ask you this. The team that played, is it Trinidad under 17?
Well, one of them is under 17. I think it's the white is under 17 and the red is under 20.
Okay, because the one that played last night, I like how they pass around the ball, man. They really look good.
The one that played last night. Okay.
Yeah.
The night before was the Jamaica game, right?
No, man. We played last night as well. And we defeated them by a goal to nil. I think that was the under 20.
So the one before that. The one before that.
Was the under 17?
No, I think that one was the under 20.
No, well, that's what I was saying. I think the under 17 team look way
the game
better.
from last night. Yes.
Look way better than the under 20s. And in fact, the under 17 team in portions of that game look better than the Jamaica team. So I was wondering if there was some mix up with it, but yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know from here. I would tell you, it's an interesting tournament, and the question I ask myself is, either of those teams, of all the 4 teams or the 5 teams, when they get out of the Caribbean, how do they fare outside of the Caribbean?
Yeah, but you know what is funny though? I think this is the first time like the team is coming together, the Jamaican team, because they have not been like training and practicing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
and is that an under 17 team?
No, this is the under 20.
Under 20, yeah. They got a lot of resources there, including a dancer in your group.
Yeah, Tiny,
that keeps dancing.
Must be Tiny seated.
They keep dancing in the middle of the field. But there's a lot of resources in that team.
Oh yes. I don't know, but like they were having.
Yeah.
But I know you call about this whole kids paying.
Yeah.
How does it work in Trinidad?
Well, hold on a minute. All I want to contribute to this conversation is I think it's an important conversation that needs to happen in a lot of places. But I think how the conversation is framed is important. I think if we are looking at this from the perspective of how can we provide the best environment and the best experience for our kids, right? I think it creates a platform for a better discussion, So when we say things like, if you don't have the money, stay at your yard, are we providing?
I don't know what's wrong with Mr. Speed, Like that cannot be. Then I'm talking about if I am contributing. If my son is playing for the school, he gets no reward. The school don't pay him. If he wins that trophy, it stays in the school, in the principal's office. So my contribution is my son. But go ahead.
I think creating an environment that ensure that every kid has equal opportunities, whether as student athletes or as fans, to participate in extracurricular activities, which does not stop on a Friday afternoon. It can continue into Saturday or Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And so I am not one of those that say that it should be free. There should be a nominal cost, but how we got to look at if we engage in the conversation from a different perspective, because the administrators, the adults, have a responsibility to find sources of funding.
Yeah,
to provide these opportunities for kids. So every time we talk about the kids, we seem to absolve the adults from their responsibilities.
Yeah. I think that's a very good point. I think that's a very good point. Like, what are the adults doing to help facilitate this? In other words, it should not be that I have to collect money from kids to run the program. Like, I have to find, like, the raising of my funds should not be, I believe, the student base.
Well, you could have, it's all within context, right? You could have a situation, depending on the environment, where kids pay a nominal fee to participate, where kids pay a nominal fee to participate as fans.
As fans.
Right, to participate. Right. You could. There's many different things that you can do, but at the end of the day, the adults have a responsibility, the administrators, to find sources of funding to provide that experience, because we talk about the same idea of if you don't have money, stay at your yard, right? When you think about that, you have to think about, okay, if they can't come to a school event, what might they be doing with that time?
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes that time provides them the opportunity to get involved with individuals or situations that send them down the wrong way.
So we have to take that responsibility seriously. We can't be that flippant about it. Right? Because I can tell you, today is what, December the 20th, and there's over 600 dead in Trinidad already. Right? In your space, it's probably about 1,000, I think, right?
Yeah.
You know, only about 40%.
More than 1,000. I think
right?
I think
So
WAU.
yeah, so I think those conversations, if we need to create a better platform where we put the welfare of the kids first and make it the most important thing in the conversation. So we're discussing it from the context of how can we improve the environment for the kids that we are responsible for.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And
very good point. Like, yeah, like what happens if not this? What they will be doing on a Saturday anyway?
right, I've had the opportunity to cut kids in the past, and that question encouraged me to find a solution to whatever the conflict was at the moment, to keep that kid involved so that they don't go off, because if you don't provide an opportunity for the kid and the kid goes off and goes in the wrong direction, I think you might somewhat feel a little bit responsible for that, right?
Yeah. But listen, these are some conversations, like I said, we need to have in some spaces, because I like these organizations as well, which is like ISSA. I don't know if they're a private or public entity, but you have nothing to look at in terms of their finances. Like the question I asked, when they say they are fully sponsored in a competition, what does that cover? And the money that they generate, what does it go back into? Because the kids aren't benefiting from the money. They are not. And a lot of the cost is absorbed in terms of the expense for the competition. It's absorbed by the school. So I would love to know, like, from them, like, breakdown of stuff. But a lot of times you don't have any accountability at these levels.
And we need to have that. Let me clear something up here. DW is suggesting that I'm conflating participating with attending. I'm not conflating the two. It's clear in my mind that we have a responsibility for all of the kids, whether they are participating or attending. We have a responsibility to create a safe environment for all of them.
Yeah.
Right? We have a responsibility to create equal opportunity, whether it's as a fan or as an athlete. There's no confusion in my head with regards to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I wanted to contribute, my friend. I know you're trying to run.
Yeah, man. My friend, bless up, long time.
All right.
Yeah, man. So
all right, take care.
Talk. All right.
Okay.
Cool. People, listen, fantastic show. You're such a great group of people. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Wish I could go on some more. Oh, geez. But I don't know. I'm telling you, I have to be careful on these streets. I just got a call. Somebody just hit somebody in a car, so I have to go and just drove off. I don't understand. I do not understand what's going on in this place. So, hey, listen, love you. Be safe. Please be safe. Be safe. Safe with your financial resources. Safe with everything. Management, this has been I Am Sure Sports. When it comes to the end of the program, as usual, we say, no, I almost forgot. Before you leave, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. You understand me? Make sure you do that before you go. Yeah. Yeah, you understand me? Bless up on yourself, people. We're over, and we're out of here.
You know what about dog? SK New heard this. The body out there. Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Rios, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha. Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.